feels dark, decay underneath, the ravens in the sky, and kings shall deceive. We have come into the night, thunder and rage and war a night. We have come into the night, thunder and rage and war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. The sounds of arms, fierce morality, nightfall rain, and the silence leads. We have come into the night, thunder, rage, and war a night. We have come into the night, thunder, rage, and war a night. We'll fight for kings, for Ragnarok. Sail war. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla. I can feel it in my veins, the warrior inside of me. Bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok, bring her up for Ragnarok. Welcome to Valhalla.
All right, welcome in everybody. This is season 5, week 5 of Valhalla Esports. With me tonight is Malco. Are you excited and ready for this matchup tonight, Malco?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As expected, with the Bomba Bros crew versus FreeSM matchup coming up. I welcome guys, welcome all to season 5, week 5, as we look at these two teams here going up against one another. One does not look quite the same. As noted, FreeSM has had some changes made within the team, with a few members unfortunately having to leave, and it ends up ultimately now with this new kind of culmination of a team that's trying to figure everything out. Right now, we do have it's going to be top lane Bomba Delicious, jungle F-Bot, Dr. Dirk mid lane, ADC Fluffy, support tech Ali, and for Free SM, it's going to be top lane Delta Centuria, jungle Needs More Mothra, mid Hot Guy, 6-pack, ADC. I'm just going to call you Black. Oh, Black and Blue. Okay, never mind. And then the support fell, and it looks like these guys have already gotten right into the draft, as we had this would end up being a match of the two undefeated Titans. I believe Bomba Bros crew is currently the only undefeated team, or
Yeah, that's correct. Standing alone at the
so.
top.
And so Free SM looking to bring back that swing, coming strong against Bomber Bros crew to be able to maybe take a swing at them and bring them end their undefeated streak here and now. But that's definitely going to be an uphill battle to climb, as Bomber Bros crew does still have that ultimate team synergy. And we do see for the bans here, we do have Gragas banned on Free SM with also Brandon Zeri, and then Bomba Bros crew banning out the Syndra, the Vigar, and the Zyra. Got too good
FreeSM
for
going the
Lima in the chat.
FreeSM going the classic route, going ahead, taking the Warwick for needs more Mothra as he's well known to play. And maybe that's a flex, but maybe that's just the captain going ahead and saying, let's go ahead, get my first pick here, make sure we get good jungle ganks.
Honestly, maybe it's just sometimes you just win through comfort, and I do like seeing FreeSM just going immediately for comfort and with something that's not completely. It's not like it's not meta or it's in meta completely. Like it's just in that good in between zone. And then Bomba Bros crew decided to respond with the Udyr, and that's probably going right in the jungle with Nautilus being the support picked up. I really like this. I already like what Bomba Bros crew is coming with already. Just it's just going to be a lot of CC already as we speak. So I want to see how FreeSM is going to end up being able to respond. And they respond with the Senna. Okay, I kind of like this pick still, even though I know it's been like kind of gutted the AD way, unless you still build that Black Cleaver build. I think it's still a really good pick if you're going for the support route. FreeSM still having another pick waiting here. Gonna be the Garen up in the top side. Okay, I like this. It's all comfort all around for everybody on FreeSM, it seems.
Oh yeah, Delta very much known for his Garen from was it 2 seasons ago now? From was it Team Overlord?
And the oh, okay. And this is the response from Bomber Bros crew. And the last
Delicious.
time I saw them play this, it was not fun to go up against. That's gonna be annoying to deal with the Alawi.
Yep, no, definitely a comfort pick there for Delicious. I think he was looking forward to that matchup.
And I like the Ash being banned here. You don't want to pair that up with Senna. That's just that poke is just insanely annoying. Samira being banned here. I didn't realize that there was be somebody who plays Samira, but luckily also
Yep,
Samira.
that's Fluffy. Fluffy will play the Zeri, the Samira, as we see both those banned. Um, I think he played Samira last week a bunch of games, and then the respect coming out for Dr. Dirk on that Zoe.
Oh man, that Zoe was actually scary to watch. Jinx though being a good hyper carry to pick up here for them to give them some good late game insurance, especially if they need that damage being pumped out because there wasn't a whole lot of DPS initially. From what I was seeing from the side of Bomber Bros crew, and I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to go with some AP heavy support, uh, to kind of try to like dominate there. There goes the Seraphine. All right, so they don't give that to Jinx. That's all right.
The brands are taken away too. I mean, they do have damage from the Udyr, but yeah, they're gonna be interesting what they're gonna have to pick out here. Oh, I
Wait,
guess
why
sorry.
am
I
I?
guess they have their
I'm
mid. Bob Roach crew has
yeah. I'm
their
about to
mid.
say I don't know. I don't know why I completely blanked about the Nautilus being there. No one corrected us in chat. You know what? You guys are
Right,
slacking.
right. But no, okay. So it looks like it's going to be a Lux mid. Not a lot of mobility there. So let's see if Dr. Dirk looks to punish that.
I want to see a
His
Nivea.
Xerath is on the board though.
Oh, it's
So
oh.
they're still picking. About 10 seconds left. The
There
Xerath's on
it
the board
is.
and he takes it.
Okay, it was either gonna be the Xerath. I was gonna say maybe a Nivea would be kind of funny to see here, but that's all good. That's all good. I like the Xerath. That was annoying to watch him play. This game already is looking like just straight up. Both teams are playing to the best, like just ultimately comfort for each other, or at least to what they can best play. But I just feel like Bomber Bros crew just got a comp that they ultimately wanted. They just couldn't. They probably didn't get their ADC on something that they wanted Fluffy to be on, but I don't think Fluffy's too worried about it. I'm interested to see if it's gonna be. I think it's a farming Senna. I think it is. So that might be.
Oh, I
I'm
was
not.
on mute. It should be a farming Seraphine here. Like that that's the more efficient use of the gold resources. I think you still go the stacking center route. I don't think they need. I mean, I guess I could go the true damage, or go the actual AD center, but I don't know that you need it. I don't know. It's gonna be very interesting. They're gonna have to get lots of burn on FreeSM to deal with the Udyr, the Nautilus, the Illaoi, because it's definitely a good frontline setup from Bomba Bros crew. And then Warwick, Garen, as long as they're actually together, that can be enough frontline tank there. But again, if the
Agreed.
Garen's not with them, I don't know that Warwick's going to be enough frontline for an Udyr Nautilus running at those the two mages and the AD carry. So, which side has enough beef so their damage champs have enough time to get their abilities off?
And also, I'm also scared for the fact that Warwick just kind of has an initial, almost like long range engage. If he hits even just one target, it can be detrimental to the team for Bomber Bros crew. So this game one could potentially go either way. I just feel that for Bomber Bros crew, it's probably going to be like, oh, they've just been a really strong team this season overall. So we're just kind of, I think people are kind of expecting them to win.
Yeah, it's pretty solid overall, top to bottom. They can beat you in any lane. Um, so it's can you win at least two of the three and mitigate the third one and take advantage of the map. But yep, new team. I think this is the second week they've run this team for FreeSM. I think they ran this team last week. So let's see if they've have a little more synergy put together. Last week they did a very admirable job going to 3 games after being put together less than 1 day, less than 24 hours to contact everybody, get the team together, and then go play their match last week.
So Bomber Bros crew can't sleep on free SM just yet. They gotta they still have to they're still a 4-1 team, so or 3-2.
uh, three and
Four
three and
four
one,
one.
three and one,
Three
three
and
and
one,
one.
3-1.
This is week
Sorry, we're
5.
week five,
Yeah.
week five. So 4 versus 3-1. They can still bring themselves to 4-1 here.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely still in it. I think there's a 4-way tie currently for um, second place. I think we have 4 teams at like 3 and 1. Um, but yeah, goal and change tonight. So I'll go ahead and flip over. We're in spectator delay for this game.
Don't you just love spectator delay?
we got Dr. Dirk out here streaming as well. So yeah, nice mousetrap. You're gonna get to see both. Hopefully he's streaming around the same the same delay that we are. Uh, that way it's not too far off. I guess you could always pause it to line them up, but
Sure, yeah.
yeah, no. Thanks for joining us tonight as well. But yeah,
We
so
appreciate you guys who tune in every Sunday at 9 p.m. I know that could be late for some people.
yeah, absolutely with work the next day, and if these go to best of 3, sometimes can be pushing midnight. I think we've actually had a couple series go past midnight, which is we're like, guys, you gotta pick up the pace. Let's go.
All right, you guys are playing these games a little too slow now.
No lobby cooldown time, guys. You gotta draft lull. We gotta get back in there.
1 minute 30 seconds. Do we have the bets in yet, or
Oh my yeah, that's my apologies.
let's get them gamblers on?
Too much on the mind. Um,
Get the gamblers on, everybody.
and hit the wrong button. Go.
That's gonna be actually kind of cool, Mousetrap. That like if Dirk has some really sick plays, what you could do is like clip both from like the casting view and then his view, and then kind of like try to meld them together in some weird way. I don't know. That'd be actually kind of dope if like somehow like a highlight like that could be made. Don't know if anyone's ever
All right.
considered it, but
Prediction is up. I'll only put 2
let's
minutes on there
go.
for competitive advantage there. Yeah, it's gonna. We get 5K from Hailstorm on to BBC. I will go ahead and throw 2,000 in there on FreeSM. Enjoy your points. I mean, oh no. They have a chance. This game hasn't started yet. It's just going to be an uphill climb against BBC. They're looking really good. I will fix this.
Thank you. Man, I really don't even know where I want to put my points on this one. I always do like the standard. You know what? I'm always willing to take some points from Hailstorm. Let's go. Let's go.
Oopsies, what did I just do?
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
You know what? Oh, rip. The Discord. Oh.
30
Hello.
seconds until minions spawn.
I apologize,
That's strong.
everybody. I've never had the Discord actually do the override. But turn off stream.
That was a first, even for me. I've never seen that before.
I don't know how I'm supposed to zoom out now.
Minions have spawned. A summoner has disconnected.
Oh. Well, looks like we're gonna have to have the normal league view, everybody. Leap. Alright guys, so this first game we're gonna get absolutely no shenanigans to start. Everybody's just kind of starting at their standard points. Both junglers starting on red. Looks like Garen is on the way first, but I do expect the pressure to start to change. I'm very interested to see. Oh, look at that, guys. Now I get the full-on cast. This is going to be fun. We already get to see a little bit of poke damage coming out from the Lux onto Dr. Dirk.
So it is going to be a farming Seraphine there, as you can see in bot lane. Black Blue taking the Seraphine. But it also could have gone the other way. Velk is still taking the Seraphine and farmed. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see how the back and forth of this lane goes. An early advantage with Black and Blue with that poke.
Oh, we got some early damage. Both of the mid laners being brought down to half HP after just trading on to one another. I'm sure Hawkeye Pack having the slight advantage made him back up, but not much else getting done. Fluffy's actually taking a lot of damage in this mid lane too, though. Oh, bot lane, sorry. Wow.
Yeah, that mid lane's gonna be interesting. So there's gonna be a lot of poking if somebody can get significant damage down. But it's really not until somebody gets level 6 that there's really any kill pressure unless somebody significantly oversteps there.
We got the FreeSM chants going on in the chat already. I like to see it. Giving some fans there. Hawkeye Pack landing some damage. This might be the first blood if he can get it. Just get the flashes in. First blood under the tower. Gonna go right over to Hawkeye Pack. Yep, solo dolo right over to Hawkeye. Nicely done to be able to take that. Dr. Dirk, it was... I just got caught. Well, you might have been just shopping at that point, and I think that...
I think a little ego thinking he wasn't going to step up, maybe.
Oh, but he was stepped up way too long. Evbot coming back to return the kill. Can't give it to Dirk, but Evbot gonna take it as Hawkeye seeing the gray screen.
Yeah, unfortunately, there, Dr. Dirk not really being able to use, not really having any gold when he did back there, so didn't really have anything to bring to lane. But yeah, kill going over to Evbot, so good counter answer, giving some more tempo back over to Dr. Dirk. Bomba Delicious was doing a really good job.
Hold on, Evbot is here once again. Finds Fell right there. Not going to be able to land the stance on him. Gets the bear stance, lands it. Able to keep going. Not enough now. Actually, Fell kept very healthy through all of that. I'm very surprised that Evbot wasn't able to land more damage onto him.
Yeah, just a lot trying to get over that wall. Not a lot of AP damage yet from that Udyr, and no actual items. Just now getting his first AP item there with that back. And then, yeah, Hawkeye, you know, giving him the push early. Has some more wave clear currently on him.
I like how he just keeps putting it like just at the edge of where Dirk is like going to be sitting. All right, Tack Alley goes in, try to catch Fel. Mothra is now here looking for Fluffy. Might not be able to find him. Switches over to Tack Alley. Tack Alley flashes, gets the fear off. Nicely done to get the support's flash and his heal.
A really nice initial CC there from Black and Blue, but just too far away. Mothra wasn't able to close that distance.
At some point, I kind of want to see Mothra try to make their way towards the mid lane if they can. I know Dirk is playing a lot more carefully at this moment because of the poke damage that keeps coming out from the Lux, but it's just I want to see him try to, especially when he keeps having like the marking above him. It would definitely be pretty interesting to see. But I do like that Evbot is actually hovering here. He's waiting for the bait. And it's going to be Hawkeye Pack. He does not have flash. He's going to try to get this kill. Mothra is here too. Uses the ult. Completely misses. Still landing the damage on it. The Faded Ash is going to help him. Evbot able to get the kill on the Hawkeye Pack. Is still trying to get the rest of the damage down on the Mothra. Mothra trying to fight it out. Able to get it with the lifesteal and take the kill on the Evbot. Can't chase anymore. But that's going to be the ult coming out from Dr. Dirk. 2 shots land. And that's going to be taking the revenge kill for his jungler. Mid lane going in absolute fiesta mode. But it's going to be an overall win for Bomba Bros.
Yeah, that was very easily going the other way, but amazing stun there by Dr. Dirk. You know, got hit with the Q, got hit with the E from the Lux, but able to get the stun off to not let her combo the R. That, you know, saved his life, and then they lengthened the engage there and let them pick up the first kill, and then Mothra trying to make a play. Does get pick up 1, but giving the second kill over to Dr. Dirk to get him on the board.
And that's actually that, you know, I think that's probably the best case scenario for everything that happened there. No, it wasn't any more kills going on to the Lux. Hold on, Mothra is here, but it is warded. Delicious does have ult. He is prepared. I'm actually interested to see if Delicious was gonna try to fight that there, because it's just Garen with boots and
I'm sure I'm sure Delta's saying, no, ult's up. You know, let me fight this 1v1. There's the ult.
Yeah. Alright, ult comes out, forces the flash, gets the soul, but now Mothra can actually make his way around, especially with, oh, nope, another ward being dropped, and he kind of exposes himself with taking those, with taking the grubs at this moment, so, yeah. But, I mean, he's trading it for the Drake, so I guess that works out.
Yeah, they knew he was topside on that ward, so good for him to still go and get the Void Grubs, get an objective for his team. Trying to show that support top lane. But then, yep, excellent answer there by Evbot and bot lane to pick up the dragon.
Mothra now hovering around this mid lane, trying to help out the Lux. Not able to land the snare earlier, so it couldn't end in that engage. But Evbot is now here, and the wards were cleared earlier by Tack Alley, so he might be able to make something work. Ult used by the Lux, not going to be able to get the damage, brings him down to about 60% HP. Evbot still hanging down in this bot lane, waiting for the engage to come out from Tack Alley. If he could just get the one more. I don't think he was seen. Going to be able to get it. Forces both their flashes at the same time. And now it's going to be Bomba Bros bot lane trying to turn that around. Getting both their flashes is well worth it in that bot side. Nicely done by Bomba Bros crew. That was well worth the patience. Honestly, seeing that like Evbot just constantly he's just forcing flashes everywhere. I really like that, because if he can do that for the Lux now, a lot of these carries are very immobile. It's gonna be hard for them to be able to get away from a lot of the damage that's gonna be coming from. And for someone like a Xerath, the longer you stay still, the better. So it actually kind of starts to make the team do a little better. Oh, that damage.
Timer. Yeah, that Lux timer really might be different.
Dr. Dirk getting suppressed, gonna land the damage. Hawkeye Pack, he stayed too long. Honestly, I saw what Dirk was trying to do there, but not respecting the fact that Mothra could be there was not okay. Delta now going under the towers. Might get the execute, actually. Yes, he does. Nicely done to actually secure the execute on that one.
Back complete. But no, we're playing PvE tonight.
Yeah, no. At this point, the Garen, I think it's better for the Garen to just avoid Alawi and try not to fight as much as possible, because she wants to keep pressing the envelope, and anytime you try to outduel her, it doesn't end up working out.
Well, yeah, the trade just isn't going your way right now. He has no form of heal cut or anything, so very limited. Some nice
Ooh, that's a lot
down.
of damage on Attack Alley.
There's not a lot of follow-up at this time.
Honestly, right now, I do like seeing how even the game is. It's pretty interesting. I do like the fact that even though, oh, hold on, gets the ult down, F-Bot trying to land, not going unstoppable, but that's going to be black and blue in the wrong area, and he's going black and blue to gray as Fluffy secures that kill for themselves. That's starting to get the Jinx a little bit more ahead.
Fluffy used the rocket there, though. I think that was a bit overkill, unneeded. Now it doesn't have that to try to make a cross-map play potentially, or this follow-up play
Fell
here.
is just pressed up too far. He does not have it. Misses the snare. Going to be stuck. Gets the hook. Snares him down. Trying to get this next kill over to him. Instead, Attack Alley taking it. But that's at least another. That's another one secured on that bot lane, and that's getting them ahead.
Can't do that, Tack. That was not a ignite steal. That's really unfortunate there.
Oh, caught up. F-Bot is here, though.
Dirk hit the stun.
Hold on. Here he is.
Fate
Wait
is
a
real.
second.
Fate is real.
Getting the, we got the center ult out of it. Getting the, oh, here he comes. Mothra able to get the suppression, stopping
Dr. Dirk
Hawkeye
ult
from
is
being
up
able to
if
do
he can
it.
get
But come
vision.
on, Dirk, you can easily get it. I'm sure you know where they are.
They
Not
know
going to do it.
Delta's
Instead,
there.
here's Delta trying to find something on the backside. Not going to be able to. Instead, he's caught in between two different people, an Alawi and an Udyr. And now here comes the artillery fire straight from Dr. Dirk. Delicious gonna be able to take that kill. Dr. Dirk utilizing his ult as well, but now the rest of Bomba Bros are able to start pressing on as they finally take a slight lead in the game, as it's been primarily about 100 gold apart, now sitting at about 1,000.
Yep, and Ditney's Void Grubs denied that advantage here.
I like seeing that conversion immediately. They went from, oh, here's go, we want to fight. Instead of trying to press the fight more, they saw an objective was up and they decided to go for it. I like seeing that from teams.
Yeah, and really good communication there to go, like, to tell Dr. Dirk not to just ult, you know, because then make himself a sitting target for Delta to run in and just smite him.
Fluffy, I like the way that he's playing the Jinx solo right now. Is every time the snare traps are up, if they start pressing up forward to him, he's like, okay, I'm gonna put it as close to me as possible. So unless you you have to walk over it to get towards me, or walk around it, and it forces them to go around further. 4 people are around at this Drake right now, though, for the side of FreeSM, so they're looking to secure this objective. As right now, it's F-Bot gonna be at his Raptors, so they're not gonna be able to really do anything. Jinx could attempt a rocket steal, but I don't think it's actually worth it. Yeah, we wouldn't have seen it, but not really close. Instead, we get to watch Bomba Delicious just beat the crap out of the Garen Soul as he starts to just keep farming the wave. I think Garen right now is just looking pretty happy because he only died, I think, twice. Oh, here we go. Dr. Dirk able to get that off of the suppression. Gonna not land the rest of the damage. F-Bot's coming to him. Dirk does not have flash for a few more seconds. Gonna be able to dodge out. Stuns them all. Able to get it, but just gonna be fouled from the long range global. Able to take it. It's F-Bot barely able to live off of that damage. Healing up as Hawkeye comes up from behind, but that's going to be Delicious now caught in between. Attack Alley is here to help, though. Ults Deluxe, able to get it down. Bomba Delicious, though, getting justice by the Garen as Delta Centuria is now catching them in the middle, the 2 people. Attack Alley, though, trying to get the Lux, can't do anything, gonna fight it out. Double kill going over to Delta Centuria. FreeSM now coming back into this game.
That was definitely a bait there by Attack Alley. He should not have gone in there. Or if he's going in, the play is to then sacrifice yourself for your mid laner and just, you know, trade there instead of giving over both lives. So we're trying to over-engage onto that Lux. It's a really good play there by Delta with the bait. They should have known he was there and didn't go back to the top lane. And then also kind of Fluffy kind of just, he keeps shooting these rockets, but it just, you needed those for the team play. You need those for the cross map, especially if you're just going to be farming your lane and not rotating.
Like right there, we saw what the difference of the global ultimates made when we had the Senna that was able to secure the kill versus not having a Jinx rocket. So it's like
absolutely, yeah, that could have made a huge difference in that fight if he got that sooner. But he blew it on that trying to steal the drag, which I can respect, but the odds of that with no vision were not good.
But let's be respectful of the Jinx at this moment as she does secure the IE. The ult now being used once again by Bomba Delicious to start getting a lot of damage down on Delta Centuria. Delta still is taking a lot of damage though, so it's not like it's still an easy fight for him in this. But Mothra is now here, and so is Hawkeye Pack. You're able to land the suppression immediately on the Bomb Delicious, trying to walk it out, gets the fear, lands him back, gonna be able to flash out, trying to get under his turret. So much damage coming down onto Delicious. He tries to fight it out, but Hawkeye Pack able to take that kill, going on a killing spree. FBot not here soon enough, not gonna be able to really help out his team anymore. They're waiting for him in the wings, thinking that he's going to engage, but there is a ward there, so they're not going to be able to they're not going to be able to bait out FBot there.
Yeah, Hawkeye doing a really good job picking up these kills, but just needs to make sure he keeps being able to transition that advantage and that power, help out some of these other lanes, and that was a good example there, but taking the kill didn't necessarily transition the power to those other lanes.
I think once this first tower gets taken, which it looks like it'll probably be in the bot lane at this point, I think, honestly, once the tower gets taken mid, depending who takes it first, will determine the full map control. As both of these teams both have Drakes, they're only about a 400 gold difference, which doesn't really mean too much. And we haven't actually seen a full real team fight between these two teams. So I believe that this next Drake will try to make that swing. But so we're going to start seeing a lot more of the mid lane being crowded in the next few moments. See, it's not really, like, there's not really much of a difference being made between the two teams this entire time when it comes down to the gold lead. Farming is being done fairly well by all members on both sides, and at this moment it's just going to be a matter of who can fight this out first. The Drake is up in 45 seconds, so right now both teams trying to fight out for some of that vision, trying to be able to grab something, but it's going to be Tack Alley getting caught and rooted, trying to get more, having the flash out, going to miss out on the Senna ulti, so FBot is going, looking to engage, not going to be able to find him, getting stuck in between the members, but he finds him behind the turret, and he's trying to chase for more. He is behind, he is there on a ward, he does see it now, but Dr. Durkee is here. They're looking for this dive. This is going to be the bot lane. If they actually get both of these now, they need to do this before this TP is completed. A lot of damage coming out. Double kill from Dr. Dirk. He's now looking for more damage. The ult coming out from the Lux not going to mean anything as Hawkeye Pack used the TP to get down here. But now, big stun lands, but that's a double snare. And Hawkeye Pack, though, so low on damage. Needs more Mothra. Lands the suppression on the FBot, able to take him out. Nicely done as Dr. Dirk secures the kill. Finally getting the shutdown on the Hawkeye Pack, but not going to be able to survive as Tack Alley doesn't live. He ends up dying to Mothra, taking that double kill, taking a triple kill. This is a lot of damage coming out. He's looking for the Quadra. He's trying to land on the Dirk, but Dirk landing all the damage. He ends up killing the spree of the Warwick, and now Dirk is on a rampage for himself with that clutch stunning Q.
Delta taking the mid turret, looks like there, and Bomba Delicious taking the top turret. That is 2 turrets also for mid, so you know,
the game is still the game is still relatively close. I'm just scared now what's gonna end up happening. Again, this is like one of those weird situations where Bomba Bros, they actually found a really good dive. I just wish they didn't like stick around for the Lux as long as they did, and instead started turning towards the Drake and then forced Mothra to come into them. And that would have probably been a much smarter move, because they would have definitely secured this, and now they're hinging this on another fight. So now we do have the setup now coming out from Bomba Bros. When they had the initial setup with both the bot laners being dead, like that was a lot. That would have been a lot better of a time. But now they do have this Drake, and I think the Bomba are FreeSM looking to give it up. There's no way. Come on, someone has a pink ward. Not one person. Oh, come on, the Senna has it. Drop it in the pit. Red team's going to end up taking the Drake, but it's going to be the center able to take out Tac Alley with their ult and auto over the wall. Gonna now be Mothra taking a lot of damage from Bomba Delicious. Is gonna land the charm on the 2 different members. That's gonna be big damage, but that's gonna be Dirk landing the damage from behind as well. Mothra chasing down, trying to find more members there, but Fluffy is looking for them as well. That's gonna be 2 for 2, I believe, on both. Actually, no, 2 for 1, as the Garen has just been splitting this entire game.
Yeah, Garen taking another turret, so Garen now has 3 towers claimed for himself. So he is doing his job, being a menace on the map.
I think for right now, I still can say that FreeSM probably has a good chance, but they are finally making the first real surmountable lead in the game with just about 2.3k.
Yep.
So that's actually pretty interesting. Even though they didn't secure the last objective, they're just able to win out in a lot of these fights, even though it seems that right now it should probably be the Bomber Bros that are actually doing that.
Yeah, I think you're seeing some of that, but I do like you got 5 kills on Dr. Dirk now. You got 2 kills and 5 assists on Fluffy on that Jinx. So that Jinx is at 1.5 items, probably going to be hitting 2 items soon. Still need another 3,000 gold, so it's going to be another little while until fully online.
So much CC and damage just being dropped onto FBot right now. He doesn't have a whole lot of tankiness at the moment. Going towards that, it looks like Morello's, and from there, I'm not too sure about Udyr builds from there. But it's gonna be, it just sucks that right now he's not that like pseudo tank that everyone's expecting him to be. Delta Centuria now finding 3 different members, but it's gonna be Tac Alley now being caught by 3 as well. So the support versus the top laner, who's gonna live and who's gonna die, as Mothra ends up taking that kill. Bomba Delicious finding 3 members, but it's not gonna be enough. Dr. Dirt thinking more people were there and none were there alive. Tac Alley losing his life, and that's another kill secured for the side of FreeSM.
Yeah, Fluffy also using the rocket here now. It's going to get run down by the Garen, making him feel like a real top laner.
That's unfortunate,
a real,
and doesn't even need the ult at that moment. Solo Dolo going over to Delta Centuria, but that's Fluffy's own fault, unfortunate, as he was walked up too far. Mothra now going on a killing spree as they end up taking another kill. Delicious now getting run down by the Lux, taking a lot of damage. They're having no MR, makes it really difficult to be able to sustain that. Takes the turret there on the top side in the face of Alawi, and actually probably can secure the kill. Mothra now just walking up on him, uses the ult trying to get some healing, but it's not going to be enough as Mothra ends up going on a rampage, taking the kill. Now Centuria trying to chase down Dr. Dirk. Unfortunately, going to drop the ult, another Solo Dolo, but going to get reversed right back at him as the shutdown goes over into Dr. Dirk's hands under the tower. But this game still looking very much out of the hands. Another rocket just launched. This game right now looking very much out of the hands of Bomba Bros, as they are 6k gold down.
Absolutely, FreeSM definitely got them on their heels right now, attacking them all over the map, getting there, finding their picks. Gonna need to see some additional vision coming out for Bomba Bros crew, because they need to reestablish the lines. Their team is designed to fight front to back, and so far they've been on the receiving end of every engage in the last like 5-10 minutes. So they need to regroup. After that tower dive, they've just been watching the plays happen, coming at them instead of being the ones to sit up in place and knock them down.
I mean, this 4-1 that they've been playing on the side of FreeSM has just been working out very well, and the Garen has been able to just turn around on people whenever he feels like. So it's pretty interesting. Like, what they were expecting from the Alawi is being done better right now by Delta in this particular round, or this particular game. Man, you got the FreeSM fans right now really looking forward to them. Actually, yeah, I agree. They're playing very well right now, and it's showing a lot through, I believe, like Mothra primarily at the moment, just being at these crazy places at crazy times. But Warwick is just naturally like that. He could just be anywhere on the map as long as he gets a blood scent from somebody. So it's pretty interesting to watch how well he's been just rotating on FBot, whatever they're doing. But this time, Centuria is caught all alone, and he's trying to use the alcove gaming, trying to get around them. But he doesn't have a tower to run back to, so he's going to have to just try to fight this out. The Senna ult comes just to try to help. Going to be able to take out F-Bot. That's at least a solo dolo from one. Oh, no, sorry. Forgot. Hey, wait, how do you get the Seraphine, too? Okay, Seraphine got an assist in that. Sorry, no solo dolo because I forgot the Senna ult came out. But it's still going to end up being Delta losing his life as well. And these Drake actually secured as well by the Bomba Bros. So they're trying to showing that they still have some life in this game. But still a lot to come back from. Oh, yep, they find Tack Alley, able to grab him, gonna land the charm. So many ults used just for the support, but that's gonna be another one going right over to Mothra, and they want to make sure that they can secure that kill and possibly go right for this Baron.
I mean, the cooldowns look like they're just so fast right now on the side.
Oh, wow, he's already a quarter of the way. Okay, yeah, never mind. He's not even worried about using that ult. He can probably have it up before these guys even get there. So yep, they've already started the Baron, and I see what they're doing here. They're just trying to bait them over and be able to start something. Right now, the ult is about halfway up for the Warwick, so they were deterred off the Baron. Nicely done to be able to deter them off by Bomba Bros.
Yeah, just the Warwick's ult there and the Lux's ult. Just how freely they're able to use those, and then like, especially with what they've been doing with getting the picks one at a time. And then it'll be up still for another fight, and so it's gonna be very important that Bomba uses their ults wisely.
Yeah,
a lot of times they've kind of panic used them, where like again they get engaged on and try to use them to counter. They set up.
It's pretty scary right now too, because I've noticed that the Seraphine ult and the Warwick ult tend to be up around the same time, and it's pretty scary to go up against. But Centuria gonna be able to take that solo dolo right there onto Delicious. The rocket comes out, able to land onto him, but Centuria is still looking for some of that damage on the Ebba. Ebba trying to run away, get away from him, but that's still so much knock up at CC. The only thing that can stop Tack Alley taking another kill, but that's gonna be the Baron giving up as the FreeSM team able to go ahead and secure that major objective for themselves and enhance their lead even more.
Yeah, Bomba keeps trying to make these plays to take out the Garen and stop him from splitting. I don't know what Dilicious can do to answer him, but he's got to figure that out, or somebody's got to figure out how to answer him, because they're just giving up map objectives now. They just see that, oh, yep, 2-3 people are in this other lane. Let's go take the cross map objective. So
Ebbot's gonna have to punish Hawkeye here. Pressed way too far up. Now here comes the Xerath ult, and a whole lot of damage. That's gonna be Hawkeye losing his Baron and losing his life.
Yep, Dr. Dirk pretty big here. Just gonna continue to keep stacking, keep scaling. Is that 3 items?
That's
Last
three
Whisper,
items.
that's 3 items on the Jinx as well though. So gotta see some damage coming out. It's at both sides.
I think this is why they're still playing the way they are right now on the side of Bomber Bros, because they still have to expect that Xerath and Jinx can do a lot of damage. They do find Centuria, but Centuria is looking for Dirk. Dirk might end up getting Justice, and that's gonna be it. Dirk losing his life right there.
Rocket
Delta
goes
Centuria
wide.
looking to chase down F-Bot, but now they find more targets as they're trying to get this Garen. They're finally making the answer. Please give the kill over to Fluffy. Thank you. As another kill goes over to the Jinx, and that's gonna start the ramp up. Should be able to get the rest of the item now for, I believe, Last Whisper, and that's probably gonna be the big turn. No, he has not Last Lord Doms. Sorry, and he should be able to get the Lord Doms, and then that should make the big swing for him in this game. Oh, maybe not.
Yeah, I think he just completed the Last Whisper and was sitting on the one item.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so hopefully soon that damage. But again,
Oh, there we go. I'm gonna land right onto it. Fell, ends up taking that kill, able to land the charm on Attack Alley after killing the jungler. Black and Blue gonna be able to kill out the Nautilus. That's 2 kills for the side of FreeSM, and they're now barreling down in the mid lane, taking down the inhibitor turret, gonna take down the inhib, and they potentially could take this game with the baroned up minions, but they still have to fight through an Alawi, a Jinx, and a Dr. Dirk that's eliminating the waves.
30
So
seconds
yeah,
on
they're gonna
drag.
have to just turn around.
well, 30 seconds on drag. I think that's good. I mean, maybe they can push this bot wave real quick. Might be what Fell's looking to do. I think, yeah, he shouldn't go over there by himself, though. But, yep, they should be able to collect this drag here. still have the numbers for now. We do have a Hex Gate game, so can close the gap significantly if they so choose. But yeah, sitting up about 8K for the side of FreeSM. So off to a very good start so far.
I really want to see. Never mind. It's not gonna happen. That thing is getting absolutely eviscerated right now. So that Drake is gone. That's gonna be the blue team. FreeSM taking that Drake right there on now Soul Point on Hextech Soul. So that's gonna be very nice for the especially a lot of this poke damage coming out from the 3 bottom side members of Hawkeye, Black and Blue, and Fell. So yeah, I really want to see. I think it's probably gonna be when they try to push for this mid tower, or probably on the next Baron when the next big fight is. But it's just that they want to team fight for the side of Bomba Bros, and it's just not being allowed to be done. They do pretty well when they actually get the chance to team fight, but most of the times it's them getting just a pick on the side, and that's not what their team really wants to do at this moment.
Yeah. I think if you're FreeSM, I don't know if you like 3-1-1 here or you just 4-0-1. I really try to split the map and push the turrets because again you got 2 minutes until Baron, so it's I don't know. Figure out how to
And
split
with
the map
Kate,
here.
real quick, KB utilizing the Prime sub. Thank you, sir. Guaranteeing your 30 days of love here with Valhalla Esports, here with the casters. And he's saying that Prime means fight already, guys. So he wants this next big fight. And it's looking like Fell's looking for trouble right now, trying to scope out some wards. I don't even know. They're sitting on dead time. I understand. There's nothing really going on. The Baron's not up for another minute and a half. The next Drake is not. The next Soul fight is not for another 3.5 minutes. So you're kind of just waiting for something to happen. Wow. That's actually a decent amount of damage on the Mothra, even with just those 2 spells. So we could actually still see some of them end up getting shredded here. Delicious is right now answering Delta down in the bot side, while 4 members are all on the top lane right now. Missing the ult, that could be crucial there. If Evbot can get onto any of their members, a lot of damage coming out from Dirk. He's looking for one more, but that's a big shield coming from the Seraphine. Still a lot of damage from him, and it's not going to be the rocket this time. Not going to be able to land onto anybody. Black and Blue with all the shielding coming from the Lux, from the Seraphine, able to make them last out all the damage from Dirk and mitigate so much.
Really good job though by Bomba of rebuffing them there and pushing them back, not letting them do the 4-0-1 effectively to take anything on the map. Buffed them. There's 20 seconds on drag, or sorry, on Baron. So we'll see if there's a setup there, but I don't know that the setup is there right now for Bomba.
Not necessarily, but at least
They
they
got
haven't allowed the
Skull.
gold to completely get out of control from when it was 8K. In fact, it's about 7K right now. So at least some of the gold is starting to return to them. They were able to get that objective bounty in the mid lane, giving them a little bit more control back on the map. So we could see Bomba start to turn. It's probably not going to be, if it's anything, if the Baron does end up going the way of FreeSM, it's probably going to be the Drake fight that ultimately determines it at the end of it all. But right now, all of them are hovering around this Baron. They don't want to just allow to give it away for free.
It's a big back there from TAC LA. There's the pink ward. Thank you.
Yeah, they got back into their base. I do see the Baron now being started at this point, or potentially just having a bait being called. I don't want to see Fluffy backing right now, but yeah, this is probably just going to be Baron for FreeSM.
Yeah, no vision there, no knowledge of what's happening.
Free Baron, completely for free. Nicely
For
done by
free.
FreeSM to play that out. Psych them out completely. I don't know what's going on there.
I think
That's
Bomba
something
may
that
be called to give. Delicious is pushing bot lane. Unless he thought he was gonna be able to TP to it, but just not having 0 vision control, you can't contest that.
That's true. At this point, I want to see them start setting up this Drake if they want to have any point of contesting it. The last thing you want to do is give a poke team like FreeSM's the freedom of a Hextech Soul.
I don't love that TP down there from Delicious. This is a hex hate
Just
game.
to
then-
immediately back.
Well, and then yeah, now having to go answer Delta Centauri, now you've given up that advantage. It was not trying to be.
Someone
super
might have.
critical, but-
That seems like a miscommunication in the comms there.
Drag,
Somebody
drag,
probably
drag,
called
drag,
for
drag. Oh,
delicious.
it's not up yet. Yeah.
Yeah, we see though. I think this is it. This is what it seems like at this point. A lot of these plays that like Bomba Bros have been trying to make have seen, at least around across the map, have been very confusing. And now look at this, F-Bot having to force himself right into the middle of everyone. It's going to be a lot of damage coming out. Suppression lands on the F-Bot, but Mothra now caught in between a rock and a hard place as multiple members are there. Fel getting caught off in the back line. A big ultimate as we're going to get the shutdown onto the Jinx, able to chase down Hawkeye using the cleanse, trying to get a little bit more, able to get the double kill as Tack Alley ends up losing his life. The black and blue Dr. Dirk now trying to get a little bit more. It's Bomba Delicious and Centuria now battling it out on the top side though, but Centuria utilizing the Ignite, gonna be winning it out as Fluffy goes on a rampage, 6-2 and 6 on the Jinx. The inhib's now dropping in the top side, but that is gonna be the Drake Soul evaded as the Jinx starts taking it.
Everybody's sitting on Soul Point.
That's a lot of Barons lost too in that fight, I believe. That was four. Yeah, that was 4 Barons lost in that fight because they ended up getting the Baron earlier, and that was a lot of shutdowns. Now about only 5k gold down. Nicely done by them to bring a lot of that gold back right after that fight. And it's gonna be a lot of this is gonna be on how well the Jinx can team fight. I want to see the Jinx eventually start getting some more lifesteal. Probably that looks like it's probably gonna be a Bloodthirster coming out eventually, which will be really nice to see, or even a GA potentially. That I believe that works out too. But it just has to be something to help the Jinx be able to survive in case they can't peel for them, or like Mothra, because you're not gonna get that lucky to keep everyone alive while Mothra, the rest of Mothra is like you gotta have to. It's just weird how you have to counter engage this team right now. But I think it's just gonna end up being on call to just protect Jinx. And once all the other stuff is just blown by the side of FreeSM, then jump in for the fight.
All right, Malco, we picked Prime Sub, but I'm gonna let you try to pronounce that name. Very much, thank you.
Guildfor? I don't know. It sounds very Viking-ish. Something Thor would be able to say if it was his weapon. So you know what? At least that means your name is epic, sir. But thank you for the Prime sub and guaranteeing yourself 30 days of love here with Valhalla Esports. As right now, that Prime sub means that we're about to get one of the Prime sponsored fights by these two teams. Not really. I'm just I'm
pull the lever,
only, right? I'm waiting. I don't. This is. I can see F-Bot wanting to just go in there. Like he keeps trying for it, but
yeah,
it's hard to engage into that.
Yeah, this is a really hard game. I don't really know where the scaling is, like who's going to take over, but obviously we know we have the Senna on the one side.
Oh, we got the
scale infinitely.
Okay, good. I'm glad the Fluffy ends up going for the GA there, which is nice. They're gonna probably be able to take that inhib, but if Tack Alley can just step up close enough to just
rock it down,
I want to just see him find some target. Oh, that's a lot of damage is gonna end up coming out from Dirk, trying to land some of those, but not gonna be able to land only 2, I believe. But the shielding from the Seraphine just way too much, and all the healing. This makes this really difficult when that poke turns into healing as well. They're going to be able to land that onto F-Bot, slowing them down. They're just trying to be able to get the autos. A lot of damage dropping onto Dirk as the suppression ends up missing, and they're looking for more as the ults come out, and they're not able to secure the kills. Going to be able to get the charms as Fluffy goes unstoppable, and they're not able to kill him, barely almost taking him out. And now they continue to chase Delicious, and F-Bot going to find black and blue, and F-Bot going to be able to take that kill for himself as Centuria is now able to take the turret down the bot side, but with 4 members making their way towards it, he's not going to take that inhib. But the base right now of the side of Bomba Bros looking absolutely dismantled.
It is, but that's gonna be a lot of gold. It's gonna continue to be funneled. So Bomba is really gonna have, or FreeSM's really gonna have to continue to try to pressure. They can probably take this Barony in for free. Maybe fight over the drag. They can get the soul. That's their win condition. But they're just not being able to fully pressure this out. And Dr. Dirk can get caught out here by Delta Centauri.
Yeah, and that's just going to be unfortunate. He's going to have to lose his life. No justice even needed at that point. Instead, he gets the double kill by using the justice himself onto the other members. Jinx, though, going to be able to secure a kill on the Fell at the end of it. So a 2-for-1 there, but it's going to be still FreeSM having this lead.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage down on the side of Bomba with Dr. Dirt going down and even F-Bot. But yeah, Dilicious is going to have to play around Fluffy a little bit more. Same with Attack Ally, just make sure that they're in front of their AD carry. And right now they're a whole lane away, which is not the move. They're going to give up this Baron here.
I don't want to see Fluffy back. I think this is just a give anyways. The Soul's coming up, you're better off just trying to attempt to set up for the Soul. Because even if they try barreling down, unless like Centurion can barrel down the minion.
That's the scary part, is that if with these pushing waves, you do have a TP there on Hot Guy where he could go bot lane, or he could TP top lane. It looks like he's blowing it on the mid lane, which I don't love the team fight aspect there, because I think you could just super minion fight this. I think pressuring these waves is probably more important here, at least in terms of what Hawkeye can do for the team. But we'll see if he can get a pick here. Get some damage onto Fluffy. Again, nobody standing in front of Fluffy.
Drake in 10 seconds. Attack Alley getting caught out and just absolutely shredded as Mothra ends up securing that kill. Gonna use that's another rocket used by Fluffy there.
Another wasted rocket. Sorry, Fluffy, but like, what's the plan there? There's nothing.
All right, if you're a FreeSM fan, you're real happy right now. They're able to secure that Drake. I don't know what I'm trying to understand what some of the calls were for Bomba in this game, because it just seems like it's a lot of mixed calls.
Yeah, definitely not on the same page. Play like one of the games together or something. I know I've subbed them before. They're usually seem like they're pretty good synergy here, but
right, and then this is gonna be I don't think the ult was needed there, but the shutdown after the Lux ult gonna be able to take him down as Mothra ends up securing that kill onto Dr. Dirk. F-Bot now trying to chase off Centuria, but you got other things to worry about as 3 members of the side of FreeSM is just taking down the turrets of the Nexus. They're just going to keep shredding them down as the baroned up minions are just barreling into the base. F-Bot, though, going to be something to get justice on as Garen takes the kill. Attack Alley barely get in the way as the Nexus drops first. That's going to be a hell of a game by FreeSM.
Thank you for the point contribution, Hailstorm. Much appreciated.
Honor Garen is all I'm seeing.
Well, you will have a chance to do that at the end of the matches. So you're guaranteed at least one more match. Wait a minute. Yeah, 3.5 from Fell right there for vision per minute. That man was on it. Yeah, all right. Well done there. We'll snap back to our matchup and fix the score for everybody. But yeah, some high quality Garen gameplay.
Warwick Garen MVP is completely agreed. Not what I was expecting in this particular matchup, but definitely a good game to be given. Bomba Rose definitely giving them a run for their money, but eventually it was just FreeSM able to just take it over.
Yeah, FreeSM just had pressure and just continued to keep up the pressure. Again, we saw like they're pretty even through the beginning of the mid lane and the mid game, and then they just started taking over there, taking their cross map objectives. Some of that was Bomba, I think, just kind of seeding and trying to answer Delta Centauri there with the Garen. Again, I'm not a top lane expert, so I don't quite know that matchup. But again, Bomba Delicious had that the counter pick option there, so it's just kind of interesting that it didn't quite go the way he envisioned it there with that matchup. Probably didn't get the gold advantage that he thought he would have early to probably take over that lane. Is probably how that one swung. So all right, so we got a spectator link. They're still getting into the lobbies, though. Still waiting on FreeSM to take their victory lap and get back to business.
Sir, I'm just gonna step away for a few moments. I will be right back.
I'm gonna go ahead and then run a pause and we'll be
Awesome. Sounds
right
good.
back.
Welcome to this mighty place, where all have come to claim victory. Welcome to this glorious night, where all have come to celebrate our King. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody dance, dance away, dance away. Feel the music inside, celebrate and dance with me. Dance, everybody dance and sing. Welcome to this mighty place, where all have come to claim victory. Welcome to this glorious night, where all have come to celebrate our King. Everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody dance, everybody sing, everybody dance, dance away, dance away. Feel the music inside, celebrate and dance with me. Dance, everybody dance and sing. Everybody dance, dance away, dance away. Feel the music inside, celebrate and dance with me. Dance, everybody dance and sing.
All right. So I'm back. Looks like everybody is in the lobby. Don't believe they are lined up yet. So we're just waiting for them to get lined up and then ready up for draft. Malco, you
Yes.
back?
Yes,
Excellent.
yes. Sorry, just had to
No worries.
mute real quick so I didn't make too much noise.
No
But
worries.
yeah,
So this next game for Bomba Bros, I'm expecting to see a Garen ban. I know they probably thought they were going to deal with that, but Delta Centauri turns out pretty good on Garen there. I'll be interested to see if they move the Zoe ban up to first round or the Xerath ban if they didn't like either of those. Or I guess that wasn't for Bomba, but FreeSM doesn't like those. Looks like we're going to get ready to get into draft. What other adjustments do you think we need to see in this game for the side of Bomba Bros?
I think that Sinacera bot lane need to go.
Oh yeah, you know. Well, I think Senna is the
I
one
think
makes
that
that
made
work.
that made Dr. Dirk a lot of Dirk's damage mean nothing in multiple occasions.
Yeah, I mean being able to put and actually build AP like they did and not build any kind of like supportive, like actually build AP gives you some pretty good shields, especially with that double charged shield off of the Seraphine.
I think at least separate the two. If you can't take it, at least ban one of them, so then they don't have the combination immediately available.
Yeah, I think that's like we saw traditionally with FreeSM, with their previous lineup. I think Senna is the one that makes that work. I think you take away the Senna, definitely makes it a lot harder. I mean, you can run something like a brand next to it, something like that. Um, yeah, you can run next to the Seraphine, but then you got to get a lot more AD elsewhere on the map. So there's a couple of options, but Senna is the real one that that lets you flex damage, especially AP damage in the other
I wonder if
position.
they're gonna. I wonder if at that point then they let the brand through, and then let someone end up picking up brand.
Yeah, they banned that the first game. Um, it'll be interesting to see if that gets through. That was an interesting round one ban. Looks like we're still waiting on this one. I'm going to flash up the. Okay, sorry about that. That's wild.
Oh, that's interesting.
That all just populated all at once. So all right, we'll go through this. Pombrose crew banning out the Sendra, the Garen, and the Senna. So those all make sense. FreeSM taking away um, Gragas, Zeri, and Brand. Bombros crew picking up the Zyra with the first pick, and FreeSM countering with the Vyar Seraphine. So we'll in
I
fact be running the Seraphine back.
Ooh, the Vygar though. I really do like that. Taking that really hyper gate. Oh, wait a second. Did the Samira bug get fixed?
I don't know if the smear bug got fixed, but the Wheel of Fate decided that we were going to try to attempt to stream this game, and so we will see what happens. Just for our viewers right now, we were informed earlier this week that there was a bug with Samira. So thank you for this, Fluffy, and this is all on you if this happens. Uh,
But yeah, if she autos a champion, I guess it just absolutely crashes spectator. So yeah, this will be pretty interesting. I'm actually very interested. Oh, and we get the Warwick Grand back too. I'm actually very interested to see how Fluffy's gonna do playing the Samira into a team like this. I mean, there's a Vygar
uh,
cage. I'm not gonna enjoy that very much. Oh, but the Leona. Okay. Yeah, we were informed by
uh,
like two different other casters.
so
No,
apparently
you're
it
completely
bugged
right.
out.
Yeah.
Apparently, one of the bands bugged out here, and it's going to be an Alawi ban.
Okay.
I don't know if that's in place of the set. Um, I
Well,
think I
Bomber
think
Bros is
instead
the
of
one who
this,
wants the Alawi. I would think,
uh,
right?
right, you're right. Okay, so sorry. Yeah, we can see it now. Right. So that's the Spartan skull there. That is an Alawi ban and then a Zoe ban. So yep, that is a set and Jax bans. And we'll see what the priority pick is here. Again, disrespecting Mothra, letting him have his Warwick again. First pick not needed.
I'm actually surprised he didn't get banned. But I guess they wanted to make sure that focus on the top lane. They don't want to allow they don't want to allow Delta to feel very comfortable on anything. Is it gonna be a Sona Seraphine bot lane?
Excuse me, I'm gonna go throw up. No.
Get that out of here. Get that out. That's right next to Seraphine
uh,
Yumi. Get that out of here.
I mean, it seems like a really good counter to a Samira Leona of just we're gonna make sure we ward the bush and you're never gonna get near us because you're gonna have to. You're now asking Tack Alley to then do like a flash E engage or a flash Q engage. Uh, just you're just decided that you're not going to interact. That's
So you're making this as boring as possible in the bot lane. So then they're gonna hate their lives bot lane. I can already see it. The
yeah, but
Galio ended up
they're
being
not going to
picked
have
up here.
again. If they can do a flash ult themselves potentially, especially if Fluffy like overextends or doesn't have his flash up. But I see that Leona roaming a lot because there's just going to be a lot of downtime bot lane, especially early. So that Leona better be roaming for the grubs and trying to get a pick on mid or something early. Just that that bot lane's not gonna have they can have some poke early, but they're not gonna let you engage.
Never. It's just not allowed this game,
Renekton
unfortunately.
Volley Bear. Tale as old as
Oh
time.
boy. If that Volibear gets ahead in the top side, it's over.
Yeah, interesting decision there by Bomba crew taking the blue side, getting that priority. Um, Ebbot is very good on that Zyra. He was the assist lord last week. He got a lot of assists on that. Was where he needed to be to make the plays. But it's interesting giving up counter pick to FreeSM, giving Delta Centauri the ability to run that top lane matchup. Definitely was an issue last game, so gonna need to see a lot out of Bomba Delicious early. He's gonna need to be able to execute on that pressure again. I think that's kind of the same method last game, was just trying to get ahead. So gonna need some love there from Evbot on the Zyra for Bomba Rose crew. Yeah, that they need to shut down that bear pretty quick. So
I'm interested to see how Delta ends up playing this one around. I feel like he's going to be a lot more aggressive since the lane is going to be a volley into Renekton. But it, unless Zyra is going to be hovering top the whole time, what is Zyra going to be able to really gank in this game? Like she's just going to be stuck farming basically this entire time. It seems like because
I mean, if the
like
Vicar gets push onto the Galio, that's also
maybe
another interesting decision putting Dr. Dirk onto the Galio. Um, Again, both champions that he can make a lot of plays across the map. We'll see if he can get ahead himself and get some additional damage. I've not seen Galio recently be able to get to the point where he's actually the one doing the damage in more of a supportive role instead. Um, Again, he probably knows that matchup way better than I do. Um, but it'd be just kind of interesting. I don't think we've seen the Galio at least on the live stream from him yet. Traditionally, more of a damage mage.
they had to change it up.
Um,
That's all it is.
but also, I guess the other thing to call out is it's actually, now that I think about it, it's actually a pretty bonkers pickup because uh, I don't know, the Volibear was a good pick now in hindsight. Where's the AD damage coming out of Free SM? You got mixed damage coming out of Warwick, and maybe some mixed damage coming out of Volibear, but that's like all AP. So you're gonna make some of those tank builds a little bit easier. Um, I don't know, and I don't know they're gonna have enough tank shred. Like that we got some. There's a lot of burn items in the game right now at its state, but there's no AD carry there. So this is
I think if Galio goes more towards the tanky route versus the AP route, I think they end up winning this overall.
yeah, honestly, that's kind of actually swung me around. Of like, I don't think he needs to actually do really. Yeah, he doesn't need to be a damage build. He can go
Just have your
the
ult up
hybrid.
when it's ready and just be a big meatball.
Yeah, and just gonna be able to run at them. Warwick jumps on you, perfect. The rest of your team's gonna be free firing. They need it. They're gonna need to take out the Samira. Samira jumps in, ult. Well, there goes your back line. You have Vigar Cage to separate them. Um, but yeah, I kind of we've seen some of these unbalanced lineups. AP is a little easier to execute, but there really just isn't any kind of AD threat on the side of Bombros crew, and I need to fix the top names here.
Honestly,
Score.
the that's my main
Like a
concern is
pull-up.
the fact that there is no type of AD damage
Yeah.
from the side of FreeSM, and it feels like they're just kind of like banking on the fact that maybe Vigar can blow up one of the squishies. But let's go ahead and gamble on the points. But
Yep,
real
sorry.
quick, just as a heads up, once again, we don't know if this will potentially happen. We don't know if it's been fixed already, but there is a potential bug with Samira in the spectator. So we're just gonna have to see if it actually ends up just kind of breaking everything. But apparently, it will cause the league client to crash. So just as a heads up, if you guys do see like all of a sudden like things just pause and it doesn't, yeah, then that might be it. It might not be that the stream messed up, but hopefully it's already been fixed. Maybe it's just something that was just really quickly like noticed and it's like okay, but then again, it's small indie company Riot.
Yeah, it's up Hailstorm. Got the points. We can gamble again, but this time, yeah, I'm picking Bombro's crew there with that. Prove me wrong for ESM, but I'm picking Bombro's crew here. That not having an AD threat of any kind is kind of scary to me. Again, the Galio builds true tank. Leona can be a little tanky. I know Leona's not going to do the damage, but just again, how do you deal with it? You can layer some CC down, but they just keep standing there coming at you and eventually land their own CC and you don't get to play. So Malco going the contrarian. 1K down on FreeSM. He said the odds were too good. They paid off in game one. Hailstorm not knowing how to gamble, throwing 5K down. Psh. Yeah, calling you out, Hailstorm. You gotta feed them slowly. You gotta be the little blind. Let them be the big blind, and then take their money.
Yeah, and Samira having a lot of peel for her side. It's gonna be. That's what I'm saying. Just have the Galio go tank. Don't even. Honestly, maybe. I don't know. Like I don't know what AP items that he would build in this like particular game, but just have him go straight tank, Jack show, whatever, and just have him just absorb and let Samir be able to do the damage from the back end. I don't even think you really need him to do a whole lot. And you also have the Zyra to do a lot of that extra AP damage as well.
You have a pretty good skin game going on right now. But yeah, Chrysalis. Yeah, there's definitely some peel there. So it's definitely going to be interesting. Again, if they execute their team fights the way they're kind of expecting to, I just don't I don't know. I personally don't understand the. Again, you got Needs More Mothra for your engage. You don't have a lot of range follow up now. Again, the Needs More Mothra combo with a Seraphine ult can absolutely melt the team, and then you get additional CC that can be laid down by Fel. But kind of like where's the team damage? You do have the Vigar. If you can get some of those teammates grouped, you can hit the W and the Q. But there's just not a lot of like AoE damage. Centauri can jump in, in theory, and wombo it and lay a shield down onto that. But there's not like a good hot pot like we would see with like a J4 or something. Just kind of missing that that damage element. Maybe a bit too much big brain themselves here with this draft.
Yeah, the moment I saw the Sona pick, I was like, I'm not sure how this is exactly gonna work out.
But we'll see. See what their hands are going to do. Ebot starting top side. Mothra starting bot side, but not requesting a leash.
I think it's necessary with the.
I think it's going to be unfortunate if he doesn't request a leash because it's the one thing Zyra like really has in her favor. But this has a very fast first clear.
Exactly.
So it's going to be kind of interesting. He gets put on the back foot for this.
All right, so it looks like I don't think Samira's autoed a champion yet, so we'll have to just see.
Here it is.
Oh, nope. It's like I'm never gonna auto champion, guys.
Delta hitting level 2, getting a ton of damage down on the Renekton. So that's not what you want to see as Bomba Delicious. That's 1 to 10 minions getting absolutely zoned out there by Delta. I mean, again, Volibear getting absolutely massive, that could be a win condition, but it's hard to put your eggs in that kind of basket that you're just going to cap somebody.
I mean, that Rod of Age's Flicker Blade Volibear build actually does a lot of damage. I completely forgot about that thing. Happened in the Zyra ult. Yeah, someone calling out that like Sarah, Vigar, and Sona all being so immobile. Like Zyra ult is gonna be huge in this game. Sona and Leona into Zyra ult is gonna be absolutely crazy.
Yeah, especially if you can get
And you got
catch them around
Galio
some,
just
yeah, you can catch them around some checkpoints or choke points, and yeah, just shooting fish in a barrel. Bomba able to recover here. Still down, so a little bit of harm, but battling back here, getting his wave collected.
It is gonna get scary though with Dirk just basically infinitely stacking the whole game. So we gotta be very careful.
Hawkeye?
Oh, sorry, Hawkeye. Yes, sorry. Not
Oh, you're good.
But like with Hawkeye like infinitely stacking on the Vigar, it's gonna be very interesting to see how he ends up doing, because it depends on how well he does target selection. So if he just finds the right person, he'll be able to get it. Wow, a lot of damage though on the attack alley in this bot lane. That is kind of annoying having the Sona and the Sona Sarah.
Double poker
Oh,
early.
there we go. Uses the baby cage. Not going to be able to get anything though. Staying taunted under. Gonna get the first blood secured by Dr. Dirk right there in the mid lane by an
There's the
excellent gank from Evbot.
Yep, there's the gank. You were wondering like how he's gonna be able to do that. There it is. But here's Need More Mothra charging him down. Good
Able
stun
to
there
get
by
the
Delta,
stun,
but
forces-
not enough.
Able to force the flash right there out of the Renekton, which I think is actually a pretty good thing if he can make another wraparound gank, especially with Delicious playing the way he is into Centuria. So I think it'll be well worth it for them to try to come back up to this top lane and try to help get Volibear ahead.
No flash on Delta either. Delta's gonna have to let this wave push a little bit, or just be able to bully him enough to get him low and let Mothra come in at Mach 10 to take him out.
Right now, still a pretty even game. First blood going over to the Bomba Bros mid laner, but it's not. Again, this is only the first 4.5 minutes of the game. We haven't really seen anything crazy. Legitimately, Fluffy, I don't think has actually autoed a single person at all this whole entire time. He can't get close enough to poke.
No, this lane they need to survive early, and then once they hit 6 and have an item or two, then they'll be able to start threatening. But yeah, it's definitely an uninteractive lane. I confess I don't remember everything that now the Cinder built into, but at least it looks like a more defensive build so far. So happy to see that. Taking advantage of them not having 80 carry as we discussed.
Going for even if it's a Sunfire Cape, I mean that's at least good for having the armor against the Warwick, because it is a decent amount of mixed damage from two of the members there. So like if he just gets Sunfire Cape to have for the extra like armor plus the sustain damage that he does when he's just around people, I think that works.
Yeah, definitely helpful. But
Panic, I would love to see. Oh, here's Mothra. Oh wait, Mothra not going for the gank. Actually, he's just gonna go and just actively straight for his Raptors.
Yep.
Whoopsies.
Gotta go get his chickens. But Zyra here looking top again. Delta maybe a little
Centuria.
overextended. That's a huge wave if he gets caught.
Oh,
Dr. Dirk also choosing to fight.
We're getting a little bit of a fight between the two mid laners as he gets trapped in the baby cage. Centuria able to deter that gank there from Evbot. Evbot actually making Zyra look pretty good in that jungle right there. As Hawkeye now gonna be sitting there almost in trouble, but there is 3 mid as Sona is also coming up this way. No baby cage, but forces the flash out of Dr. Dirk now as 4 of them all appear mid. Flash E able to get on the Hawkeye, not gonna be able to get it as the ult is used to be able to secure the damage. Evbot able to take that kill in the mid lane onto the mid laner of FreeSM. Another kill going over to Bomba Bros.
Really like the transition there also from Delicious to also come down and go, no, there's going to be a fight. Let's go do this. If we have to give up a little more farm top lane, we'll do that. Well, let's go confirm. And there's the roam there from Tack Alley. Perfect.
Yeah, this is looking like a completely different Bomba Bros right now from the first game, as they are trying to make this early game be used to their full advantage. Fluffy right now being even in this bot lane with the other side is actually really good for him. And he finally gets to go in, gets the auto, so there's no bug break, but able to start stacking up, and he wants more. He's already at the B rank. I think he could have probably actually continued. I feel like he could have possibly won the 1v1 in that situation.
I think he could have. I know he didn't know where the Sona was. Maybe that was what was in his mind, but yeah, now knowing that the dragon is no more. Delta trying to set up a freeze here. Letting that wave go past. Crashing against his wave. Zyra looking top again. Going to go break that freeze for Bomba. Delicious.
Trying to make Bomba Delicious life a little bit easier. He is a little bit behind in the gold department only because of the fact that he is behind in the NCS. But it's not truthfully by much, especially with Zyra right now also being up and ahead. We do have everything else though being relatively even.
Yeah, which unfortunately that's kind of now a losing lane then for the Renekton, just not, I believe, still having any any kind of scaling to match that volume very late. But again, if he can still be a threat to swim to the back lane and take out some of those supports.
At this point, though, we just have to, again, with Volibear, it's a 2-item power spike. So we actually have to wait. Oh, Justice Punching being missed right there. Not going to be able to get that engage on the Hawkeye.
Into the wall.
Yeah. But it's for Volibear, it's actually a 2-item. Like, once he gets the Flicker Blade is when we start seeing that real damage that's going to be dropped from him. So I think at this moment, oh, here we go. Mothra now does have ulti, so he can potentially go into double slice and dice. Not going to use the ult. Oh, he actually did use it, but ends up missing it instead as it gets shown. That's why when the spectator decided to go away from that, I love how it just stops showing them. It's like, oh, nothing's going to happen here. And it's like, oh, but the ult was used. It would have been nice to know that. You got to just make sure you're paying attention to the timers. Can't just show us. Yeah, this Zyra's already looking like a nuisance. Okay, Delta's gonna try to secure this tower. Not gonna use his ult to negate it, and instead the Dominus is now being used. Gonna go dive right in and is trying to get him one more hit. Gonna be able to take it. Is the shield gonna save him? No, we're turning back. Solo Dolo on both sides.
Or is level 1 just not very long?
I'm not sure. I thought he dropped the tower aggro just out of it. I think he thought so too.
Yeah, it didn't seem like it actually stopped. It seemed like it just kept shooting him regardless. I don't think that's what he meant to do.
Oh, it looks like it ended up being enough though to be able to complete his Rod of Ages. So now he's gonna start building into, I believe, Merc Shreds, or maybe. Actually, he'll probably build the Cab Eyes just to, Steel Caps. Why I come. Tells you how long I've played League.
Ninja Tabi.
Tells you how long I've played League. It's. Jeez. But building into Steel Caps might actually help negate a lot of the extra Renekton damage. So that could be pretty potentially helpful. Dr. Dirk looking to fight Hawkeye Pack, able to land a lot of his damage there. He's just stalling for Evbot. Evbot now trying to go ahead. He's going to be able to land all of that damage. Forces the flash out of Hawkeye. But now this is going to be the suppression landing. Justice Punch knocks him up. Not going to be able to get anything more. Hawkeye, you stayed a little too long. They're trying to get a little bit more onto you. But they're not going to be able to chase it down. Honestly, if Zyra does step up too far, that could be a kill for Hawkeye to be able to take with just a Q, like literally just Q ult.
Sitting at 91 additional EP.
So he's still stacking pretty good, even though he's died twice, still able to keep up in farm with the Galio. So it's not like he's doing terrible. Mothra, though, now being here, able to try to secure one of these grubs away from the side of FreeSM. Yep, there he goes. Now they're starting to force him off objectives. Really nicely done by the side of FreeSM. And it's going to be a lot of damage going on the Hawkeye Pack. Able to get saved by the Sona. And it's going to be Galio now getting caught between 4 different members. And it's going to be there getting feared and dropped. Zyra and all are here, but are they going to be able to get Dirk? No, he's too
Not enough
tanky.
damage.
Black and Blue going to be taking out Fluffy, though, on the bot side, and the solo dolo that we don't get to see as the baby cage is dropped, Ignite being used. Now it's going to be Delicious trying to get in the middle of 3 members, but that's going to be him losing his life to Fell as the Sona ends up taking that kill, landing the snare now, but that's not going to be able to chase down Mothra. The game now back to being tied as FreeSM is able to take those kills. They get the grubs for themselves as well, overall being a big win for the side of FreeSM.
Yeah, just not on the same page there for the side of Bomba. Like you tell, Delicious just just looking for the fight, trying to go in, but that's not what the rest of the team was looking for there. They're really just looking for the disengage, trying to get Dr. Dirk out of there. And I guess that's one of the other things is that if Dr. Dirk's not roaming bot to jump onto one of them, Attack Alley's not starting the fight, which kind of what we saw last game is they weren't really starting the fights. Then it's kind of harder to use that that ult effectively if Dr. Dirk's the one doing the engaging.
Honestly, that was an insane turnaround from the side of FreeSM now to just to be like, oh yeah, we can like this is I think the extended fight is where they really shine, because I honestly just noticed that once like Bomba Bros, this is okay, I'm gonna have to say it, once the BBC blows its load, there's nothing left in the sustained fight. So it's, I know I had to make the pun there, but it's actually quite literal, and it literally sets itself up. But once the Dominus is down, once the Zyra ult is down, once the Samira uses up everything, even though she could make another rotation, once Attack Alley goes in, Leona can't really get back out. If there's a sustained fight with Sona shielding and healing, Seraphine shielding healing, Vygar can keep dishing out damage even when his ult's gone. As long as he has the Q and W up, he can keep doing whatever he wants. And it's being shown right here. Fell landing the ult right onto the member right there. Attack Alley though, gonna probably lose his life. Uses the ult a little too early, misses the ultimate, but it's not gonna mean anything. The ult coming out from Hawkeye and from the rest of the members as Galio gets down here, but still Fluffy losing his life and Dr. Dirk getting rooted up, and that's possibly gonna be him losing his as well. Barely. It's still gonna be enough for a dive, and instead they're gonna try to take this tower after killing 2 members. That bot lane being eviscerated down there.
I think Black and Blue held his ult a little too long. I think they could have made this an absolutely really clean fight. And again, they didn't drop anybody, but they just had lower health bars. But yeah, they could, a lot was committed in that fight. But they definitely got the advantage there now with a 1.5k gold lead. And then again, they just have a free pushing top here. And
FreeSM right now is showing us you don't always need an AD apparently. They want to make us shut up for that.
well, they are giving us, while they may not be undefeated with the limited turnaround time last week, they're giving it their all right now, and we may not have an undefeated going into next week.
If they keep playing the way they're playing right now, sitting at just almost 1.6k gold up, if they play the way they are, you're right. We're not looking at any undefeated teams next week, and instead it's probably going to be a whole crazy race of who's going to be fighting for first and second, which will be really, really interesting. I'm actually excited for the way the league is going to turn out, and I want to see if it really proves that like how much better the league gets each and every season with all the individual teams being able to be so clustered together in performance.
Now we will also see so some more of this gold comes through. Do some of these guys get a little more tanky.
Black and Blue, you don't want to be there. You don't have your sums, man.
Oh, they should. Yeah, I was gonna say I think they should turn on this.
Here's
answer.
Centuria. Oh, but they find F-Bot caught up in the middle. A big solar flare coming out from the limit, but they can't be able to kill him. Delta Centuria will be able to take it out, but that's gonna be the double collector coming from the Samira double kill, going right over to Fluffy. That's an immediate turnaround for the side of Bomba Bros.
Yeah, Bomba Bros huge there for them. Now only down 200 gold. They are still down the 2 dragons. Splitting on the Void Grubs there, but massive advantage in the short term. So they're gonna have to back off from Centauri. Black and Blue's gonna come help. They're gonna need to back up to their tower.
Yeah. Again, Volibear hasn't completely come online just yet. That's the only thing I'm kind of watching out for right now, because I know how Vygar scales, and it's just gonna be literally he just keeps getting more minions, he keeps stacking his Q up, and there's a lot of damage from Dirk right there. He just got to be really tanky in front of the face of this Vygar. If Vygar keeps landing this damage though, Yeah, see, and he keeps getting that with each Q that he lands on a champion, he automatically gets it. So it's just like, all right, you're just gonna keep stacking up for free on Dirk as he's just gonna keep tanking everything. So it's actually kind of almost, it's funny because Dirk building tank is a good thing for his team, but it's almost counterintuitive if he's constantly in the lane against the Vigar.
Right. He just doesn't have that kill threat to really punish him. He's got to do like 2 combos, 2 full cycles to actually kill him. So
I
it'll be
really
interesting
do.
to see if we get any kind of tank Viker in this game too.
I mean, he does have the Ludens. He's going double. He has double long rod, so it's gonna probably be the Rabadons next. Yeah, I don't see. I see him just going to straight full. Like, I need to burst the target down now. I feel. Zyra is looking for something, not able to find anybody. But Mothra is here around the corner and waiting. He's trying to. Oh, there's 3 members here as well, so it'll be kind of difficult with Tac Alley there ready. And look at all those plants set up by the Zyra.
As long as Tac Alley's on the correct side and is able to shield his team. That's where I'm kind of looking at. He needs to be the front line for some of these fights, especially if there's the Galio in the side lane. Give the Galio something to jump to. I don't know how long Evbot or like Fluffy can stay alive.
Not entirely sure either, but here they go. Right, they find the right targets on the engage, but here comes the Galio ulti, able to stall it out as Fluffy goes on the killing spree, finds the targets right in the backline, going on a double kill, able to kill out Fel, and they're looking for Delta Centurion now. He's not going to be able to secure a kill here. Dr. Dirk goes on a killing spree, taking them out, and trying to find more members there. Only Black and Blue and Hawkeye left, and that was a nice clean fight by the side of Bomba Bros, able to make something big as the Samira and Dr. Dirk both going big on their killing sprees.
Yeah, not able to delete Evbot there. Again, probably due to the mostly being AP and getting that big old AP shield from Dr. Dirk. So again, proving me wrong that they didn't know if they would be able to stand up. But again, not who you want leading the fight to jump into. You'd rather to be onto the Neona. But this will be the first dragon for the side of Bomba's crew.
It's gonna be them trying to stack up an Ocean Soul. Four Ocean Drakes is not what you want to be trying to deal with on into the side of Bomber Bros at that moment. And it's just, yeah, they blow up everything, but they're finding their targets in the fights, and it's like you can out sustain them in these fights. But Galio coming from half the map away, it just, once he gets there and he gets these sustain to the target that he's targeting. Oh man, that's absolutely not sustained, but he gives like the extra resistances. It's really hard actually for the side of for the side of FreeSM to really fight into that once that fight goes as it does.
And so far the gold, they're doing a really good job of getting the gold onto the people you want to see from the side of Bomber's crew. With 4 kills now onto Samira and 3 kills onto Dr. Dirk. He's got the hands of the day. He's going to take a lot of turret damage here, but he's going to be safe. He's going to be able to walk this out.
Yeah, without the, he's like, oh yeah, he's got the Justice Punch plus Merc. He has Merc Treads? Yeah.
There's also no Rylai's on Seraphine.
Oh yeah, so she can't get the stun.
She can't get the free root there.
Oh, here we go. We're going to be seeing Delta caught in between 2 different members. He uses his ult to get over the wall and run away, but here comes Tac Alley and Fluffy. So you're caught in between 4, but you also have 2 other members of your team ready and waiting here, looking for the Samira. W already down. They were able to stop her before she was able to get into S mode. And if she got there, that would not have been fun for the rest of their team. I think she's
actually on the flank here.
Bot gonna be trying to look. Here we go, stacking up, able to get the baby cage to land. That's gonna be a lot of damage on some Tac Alley there. There we go, Samira caught in the middle of all. Shut down onto the Samira, but Samira still ends up getting Sona, and that's gonna be Renekton taking out Delta Centuria. Zepbot's able to take out Mothra there. Now Black and Blue off on the wrong corner at the wrong place and now being chased down. That's going to be still an overall win for the side of Bomba Bros. They finally find a Samira, but it doesn't end up meaning anything as more members drop for the side of FreeSM.
Yeah, good job getting their target, but unfortunately lose the overall fight there. Once the Galio arrives, it's kind of disengage time at that point. I know Mothra was trying to make sure that Hawkeye survived and he did do his job there. Fortunately, not able to do enough to set up another kill. This is the bait here. Dr. Dirk going, yep, cool, that's great. I'm still Galio. This is fine.
Yeah, he does not care. Right now we're waiting for the Vigar to really come online, I think, and then hopefully, like, oh, here's the Flicker Blade now. We actually have it for Volley. So
And
this
he's got his
might
10 stacks.
so this is gonna make a difference. Let's see if it starts
Ooh,
to
here we
really
go.
make it. Oh, but Fell getting caught in the middle. That really deflected it right in the middle as Fluffy ends up taking out Fell. Nice W to negate the Seraphine Charm, and that was able to get the rest of the damage off using the ultimate, and that ends up being another kill for Samira.
Yep, looking very good. I'd like to see some vision control from both teams on this Baron, but I guess right now they've been just expecting whoever wants a fight.
Oh, and then we got Delta versus Delicious. Delicious, though, looking pretty damn good as Centuria, though, continuing the chase. Gets the stun, taking a lot of damage in that 1v1. Delta Centuria with the solo dolo. Nicely done to be able to take out Delicious. And this is what I mean by he needs that Flicker Blade.
Really good deep vision set up on the side of FreeSM, though. Again, just being able to see when that rotate's going to come. Getting a lot of vision out there. I don't know if it's all Fell.
Oh, hold on. That's a whole lot of damage, and that's going to be Hawkeye getting a solo dolo for himself right there as he ends up taking out Evbot in the mid lane. Nicely done. This is exactly what FreeSM needs, is like some of these small picks that they can just get in this moment in the mid game to just kind of
701.
bring back some of that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
701 AP on the Vigar right now.
And he's going for more Magic Pen. That's not going to be fun to deal with. So even, like, honestly, even the Galio is going to be taking a lot of damage from this Vigar eventually.
Yep.
Probably after one more item, he'll probably hit that 1000 AP mark. That's a lot of damage to take, especially when he's building a lot more of that magic penetration. So yeah, and since they're at the Drake already, I don't think they can even attempt to fight this. I mean, here comes Dr. Dirk now, but like they have the ability to just take this Drake. Yeah, Mothra is gonna end up securing that. I'm actually just surprised to see how much like FreeSM has so much control, even though they've been behind in the game primarily.
Yeah, I think Bomba is just struggling to find the setup to really start the blaze. Is what I kind of keep coming back to, is they kind of keep being on the back foot. They did kind of draft more counter engage this time, but you'd still like to see them setting up the plays, especially with Leota. I think we saw them do that mid on the pick with Sona, but you can see that a little more consistently.
Yep, and here we go. Now, Dr. Dirk getting caught between Mothra and Black and Blue, but Centuria is also here now to be able to take out the kill. He was trying to get away with the Justice Punch, not going to be able to do so. Mothra now getting the shutdown as the Warwick now gets himself on the board with his first kill. And that was actually a big one, too, getting himself some decent damage. Here comes Evbot trying to land the snare. Not going to be able to do it, and that's not going to be another failed engage. Here we go. FreeSM starting to bring themselves back into the game with the small picks that they're able to get, and they're leaving Delta now. They're getting that 4-1 split that they wanted from previously in this game. Tackle caught out of position, uses the flash to have to get away. Here's Evbot now looking for the damage. Not going to be able to find anybody. Delta Centuria now caught down there in the bot lane by Delicious. I'm not going to be surprised if he starts fighting him here. He's probably going to look for that shield into the... Does he have the ult? Yeah, he does. He's not going to use it. And instead, they're going to try to get this mid lane tower. I want to see them get this mid lane tower and then just jump on Tack Alley, but nah. Yeah, because Vigar had ult. I think he could have killed him there, potentially. I don't think Tack Alley has enough MR at this point, but instead they find a more crucial target with the Evbot there, utilizing the ult, the Galio ulti coming down to be able to save him. Samira now going to be able to take out Mothra, and she's going to be able to find these kills, and she gets a double kill now onto Black and Blue. Here we go, though. Delta Centuria trying to chase around Delicious around the turret, taking so much damage, but Delicious mitigating a lot. Nicely done. And here's the Baron for the side of Bomba Bros.
Yeah, really good taking that win where it looked like it was going to be a pick, turning it around here.
Vigar
in trouble.
Yep, he looked in the wrong place. I mean, was that enough? No, they still have it, but like Samira is gonna. Oh, she negated the Vigar ulti. Nicely done. She's gonna be able to get it. Able to take out the Sona, going unstoppable, but but it still might be too low for them to be able to take it.
Is pretty slow here.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really hard for them. Oh, and we have Delta, I think,
Solo,
TPing here.
Dolo.
Come on, able to get it. No, they end up slaying the Baron. But what is it gonna mean as some members end up getting their back stopped? Fluffy is here. He's gonna be able to at least get one kill, but that's gonna be Mothra getting slain by Evbot as the Leandres ends up taking it, and they're not gonna be able to stop those 3 low members, and instead they're gonna have to let them go. That was really quick, a quick stop and a quick TP there, but it's not gonna mean anything. Hawkeye though, luckily enough to still be alive.
Almost getting taken down by Leona. Really good try there by Tac LA, but again, just I don't think he had the ignite there, so just not enough in his kit to get the damage down.
Stoners versus FreeSM still better.
Hey, it got streamed. You're good.
Right? You that's at least something you can be happy about, right? I could still see an avenue where FreeSM could win this game though, which is fairly interesting to say.
Yeah, it's surprising. Again, I haven't seen the tankiness come through too much yet, which I'm a little surprised to see. Now almost a 3K gold lead.
Oh, no, fell. That's just, you stepped up in the wrong place, bro. That's unfortunate.
Dr. Dirk is getting
Centuria, yeah, that's
he
Dirk.
needs a teammate
You're not
to ult
as
too. He needs a teammate to ult too. Does he have ult? He does have ult.
he
ult
doesn't.
out.
Yeah, he's gonna try it, but it's not gonna be able to
Fluffy
get
just
away
trying
though.
to get damage
Samira
down.
is here, and she's getting a lot of damage down, and she ends up finding it
Yes.
all. Fluffy ends up finding it all, and this is gonna be the S rank.
Style.
Centuria taking so much damage, but now that's gonna be the Samira ult drained out, and that's gonna be Dirk dying, but that's also Mothra going down as well.
Pretty big getting the takedown on Dirk. Bomba Delicious, happy to be in the side lane, not against Dome Centauria. Able to get some push himself, get a couple towers, threatening that bot base turret.
These supports aren't dying enough. I mean, there's 8 deaths between both supports. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
think they
no,
died-
he'd,
they
he'd
died
have,
pretty well.
he'd have 8 deaths himself, though. He's got to maintain his spot of leaderboards.
That's just
I
how it
get you.
works.
I hear you.
All right, we got the TP now coming in from Dr. Dirk. He does have the Cane and Grickern, so it's going to be extremely and he went with the 100s as well. Okay, I like this build here. Riftmaker. Yeah, oh no, that's just his passive shield. He doesn't have the Kranich, so he's basically AP, but he's just so tanky at this moment. It's just insane to watch as they're starting to push out the rest of FreeSM out of the potential of getting into the Dragon Pit. Mothra now looking for some kind of angle. They haven't started the Dragon yet, but there is still some type of time. Dr. Dirk really low on health. Tac Alley now being brought down low as well. Zelda now looking to be the front line as the Volibear calls down the storm, trying to be able to find the target that they need. I want them to find Fluffy, but Fluffy is actually positioning himself very well to be able to avoid all this. The baby cage is going to have to be placed at the proper time. I think the E should be up for the Vigar. We're waiting for it. They are really fighting over this. They don't want to give up this soul, and they know that they have to fight at some point. The sustain, very well done, being able to keep FreeSM alive in this fight. Even with 5k gold down, they're still able to keep them from being able to push up. Halfway down, 6k health right now for the Dragon. All already used by the Zyra. They're going in. Fluffy not able to find anybody. Galio ulti coming down. Hawkeye Pack taking out Tac Alley, going in on the back line, finding Evbot in the back, and that's still S rank for Samira. Not gonna mean anything if she goes down, shut down, triple kill. Going over to the Seraphine to continue to take down Dr. Dirk, looking for him, and that's gonna be the Vigar security kill. The soul secured for the side of FreeSM, and they're looking to go straight through. Nicely done, even if they're still down and behind. That was such a clean fight by the side of FreeSM.
And Bomba just missing that engage, understanding what their win condition is there, that fight. I think just either they need to reposition, you need to give, you need to take something else on the map.
I mean, they can take so much back now from this. Like, they got inhibs they can take.
Oh, they're gonna
it's
get
only Tac Alley up for the
turrets
next
and
10 seconds.
2
They can at
inhibs?
least, yeah. at the very least, they might be able to secure one more inhib with Samira coming up. But if Samira and Tac Alley decide to engage on their own, they could actually potentially both end up losing their lives.
Yeah, Fluffy's pretty huge at this point, but he definitely needs that front line. He needs somebody to blow that counter engage. I'm not sure what he's building now, but I like to see the shield breaking item.
Surface Fang?
Thank you. Yes, Serpent's Fang. Just with that, between the Volley Bear and the Seraphine, just need help negate some of that. Especially the
Ocean Soul
Volley
on
Bear.
top of Sona. Sona has a Bramble Vest. This is great.
Yeah, and Seraphine. Yeah, it's call out. It's coming up for FreeSM right now. That is for sure.
Who did I vote for? I mean, am I potentially about to get some more money?
You did. You did indeed. You might indeed.
I think this Baron fight will potentially determine it. Thank you, Dr. Dirk, for taking that, end up taking that scuttle, which ends up revealing the stack brush that they had. It's still only a 500 gold lead right now for the side of Bomba Bros crew, so I know they're kind of feeling the sweat on their neck right now, trying to keep that undefeated streak going, but it's not looking real good as, for some reason, FreeSM is showing that they can fight even without an AD on their side.
Yeah, I mean, they controlled the choke point and kind of made them. They got the poke damage down, made them fight into them. Which again, you have a Seraphine with ult. It's a great counter.
They're gonna have to stop. Someone has to stop Delta because I don't think Bomba Delicious can actually fight Delta on his own.
I think right now I don't know if Delta can dive the 2 turrets. I don't know if he can survive that much.
Well, no, but
stun
I'm
damage,
sure
but
that
yeah,
like
it's
they're gonna be
hard.
no, but there's gonna be the pressure here now. Like they're gonna be either forced to fight or they're gonna have to have someone stop Delta from being able to push in on Delicious. This is actually a really good position for the side of FreeSM. Now they're looking to stop the backs. They're trying to commit to the fight. A lot of damage being dropped by the side of Bomba Bros crew, but as long as one can be stopped, Leona getting the first kill of the game, Samira getting the second, and it's gonna be Delicious now getting stopped, and that's gonna be now no Baron for them. Instead, they're gonna have to all back. Delta now can just leave for free. Nicely done by Delta to completely stop them from getting any type of Baron take.
That's a misplay, and I think they also need to try to pincer. They need to get something out of that other than just the 2 kills. That's just not going to be enough unless their plan is to take it and try to flip the Elgin Drake. It's just kind of like what's their game plan right now. That was a Baron I think they needed to force. And I think if these guys end up playing again, which I don't believe they do, yeah, this should be a one-off this season. If they meet again, they're definitely going to have to figure out how to match up against Delta in the top lane. Had counter pick first game.
Are they just letting Bomba Bros take the Baron? I think so. Oh wait, no, here comes the TP. But we do have Dr. Dirk as the person this time trying to meet up with Delta. And that's not the idea you want. Tac Alley is now here, but I don't think that's going to be it, as Hawkeye Pack is now slain by Fluffy. But that's going to be now Dr. Dirk getting slain, I believe, too. And Delta's and Dury are going to take that kill. Evbot is now here, but that's not going to be enough to be able to get out. Go ahead and run, but they're going to be able to stop you. Fluffy on a killing spree. He ends up killing Mothra up on the top side and a double solo dolo for himself. But that's going to be, right now, FreeSM giving up a lot of gold over to the side of Bomba Bros.
Yeah, now almost a 5k gold lead if we see the full impact of Samira. So that's going to be pretty big. You can have 4 members with Baron. Only Dr. Dirk, I think, will not have it. So that is pretty huge for the side of Bomba Bros.
I think this is all going to hinge on this upcoming Elder fight at this point, because we do see because even if 5k gold down, they still can, for some reason, be able to do very well in the team fight against Bomba Bros. So FreeSM still has some kind of advantage. It's just that they're going to have to start getting down here and posture for it as soon as possible.
Somebody's going to have to figure out how to answer Delta. He does have TP. They've done a good job pushing out the waves, so there's nothing like free and easy to push to. I don't think he can take the tower without any minions right at this point. But they're going to still have to watch that back door.
I don't
we're
see...
gonna get this dragon fight.
Yep. They're getting the setup ready for it. Evbot is here using everything to try to get something on somebody. Tries to get Mothra, some damage down on the Mothra. Baby Cage comes down. Fell gonna be getting put down to at least half HP. Nicely done by the side of Bomber Bros to go ahead and start pushing them out of this dragon pit, and that's what they want to do. Push them as far out of the dragon pit as possible to be able to take the fight, and that's a lot more damage being dropped. This Fel is nearly coming down, able to get some healing up, but jeez, that was very close.
That's a much better job there for Bomba of engaging, starting the fight, pushing, getting some damage down, and
I
not
think
just sitting there taking.
that they're not even trying to actually win this fight. I think they're just trying to stall for the volley at this point. It feels like, and
they just gotta then
Yeah,
stall. They gotta just stall this next fight too. They just gotta stall through the end of Elder. I mean, their base is not gonna be a threat to be taken unless they give up their lives. So it's something you can give over, but obviously not the most ideal. Because now you just shell for a little bit, just kind of hang
right,
out.
and it's like, oh, what are you gonna do? Just let Vygar stack more? You're gonna just let?
You're just giving
Delta
over some
get
more gold right now because the gold, yeah.
It's just right now though, if they find a really good fight for Fluffy to go in on, this is looking like
absolutely.
Pentakill Central.
Which we did have one of those last week. Watch nice cast. They got published.
Here we go. They're looking for their target. Mothra is now back in the base. There's 4 members in the mid lane at the moment. Delta is now meeting with Dr. Dirk down in the bot side. I can see this is where everything is about to go wrong. Delta now having the Elder proc onto him as well as Black and Blue. They're looking for all the damages. Able to get the baby cage. A nice big charm landing. Evbot though going to be able to get the first kill, second kill for him as well. Dr. Dirk now securing that last kill onto him. These Elder Drakes looking way too strong. If you try to turtle out, you can't fight them. They're going to be able to take that turret, and they're going to be able to take the inhib as well right now. Looking good, Bomba Bros crew.
Yeah, looking good in position there to continue to threaten. Let's see if I can get. Yeah, still a third of the time left. Aspect of the dragon. Let's see if they can do enough damage here.
I don't think it's gonna be enough.
They do.
Instead, it's gonna be Delta getting shredded and taken down. And they should be able to take this turret, and looking like we're going to a game 3 as we can see here. Bomber Bros getting
Give me them points, Malco.
My 1,000 points.
Num 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 num. Well played
Silver
by Bomber Bros
streaks.
crew. Well played there to force the game 3. Again, I still think I think the draft had gone slightly differently for FreeSM, and they had picked up an 80 carry there. I know they had the wombo combos with some of their CC chains, but I think just having that bigger damage and just being able to blow up some of the threats a little bit faster in some of these fights. Again, the Vygar obviously can blow up one target, can get some AoE down if they get stacked and staggered like that. But yeah, so I feel like much closer game 2. And we're gonna have a game 3 for you coming up.
Sir, are these guys ready for the draft, or do we want to take it to a quick pause while we wait for Silver Scrapes?
Yeah, we can throw it over to a pause, and we can see again if we can get another caster for game 3, so you don't have to listen to my dulcet tones.
Let's go ahead and take it to a quick pause. We'll probably have another caster in, and you guys will be seeing us momentarily for game 3 of Bomber Bros crew versus FreeSM.
The NFL season is here. Sailing across the mighty rivers, rowing a row to the beat of drums, heading amongst the raiding seas. On time we approach the gates of Oz. our honor be foretold. Warriors of the northern lands, madness forged into our heart. Shields be shattered, arms of steel, bloody axes fly with fury, raging thunder shake the sky. Wrath of battle stains our mind, rage of vengeful kings of war, fearless sons and daughters fall. Sailing across the mighty rivers, rowing row to the beat of drums, heading amongst the raiding seas. On time we approach the gates of foes, ready and gather all our strength. The night has come of soaring rain. For the honor have no fear, we shall withstand this night of war. For the honor have no fear, we shall withstand this night of war. In the whispers of our fate, and our honor be foretold. Warriors of the northern lands, madness forged into our heart. Shields be shattered, arms of steel, bloody axes fly with fury, raging thunder shake the sky. Wrath of battle stains our mind, rage of vengeful kings of war, fearless sons and daughters fall.
All right. Welcome back. Getting ready for game 3 of Bomba Bros crew and FreeSM. Is one apiece, obviously, for this game 3. Very exciting so far, though. Very competitive, both sides. And if you get the reference that I made there, I like you even more. But I don't know how many people have seen Kung Pao enter the fist. But we got everybody lined up. Just waiting for them to be ready to start their draft. Ready when they are. I think I have points I need to award still. Bomb Bros crew pulling that one back.
Forcing the game 3 out of nowhere.
Forcing the game 3 out of nowhere. Where's your wingman? Where's Eli? Come on, Eli.
I know. I thought he was saying that he was
Get on
joining
up
us.
in here.
Maybe he's prepping himself for. Maybe he has to.
I know he's still in the team chat. There he is.
Hello.
Sending him now.
I have arrived.
All right, good. You can make all the.
I
comments
know,
now.
I know. And you're all wondering who anybody, but okay.
I appreciate melting into the backgrounds.
That's fair. I won't be leaking games, KB. Okay, jeez. So our game. I'm kidding.
So the game we played today went like this.
0-2 just ran it down top lane in traditional
Fuck.
top lane fashion.
Did you expect
know?
anything less? Could you expect anything less from me? Jesus.
No.
Mm,
Honestly, just sprinting it, just
You know,
dying a minute just under the enemy turret, TPing back to lane and running at the enemy turret again. That's
I play soccer. I know how to sprint.
baby.
Okay, jeez. Is there something wrong with that? Like,
When you're sprinting down lanes, yes.
what? But I'm just an endurance sprinter. You see, I'm permanently sprinting. So like
Mm.
kind of like an Olympic athlete if we really think about it with my sprinting.
You know what? If they give you a gold medal for that one, all right. But they would take out the S, the P, the R, and the and just they'd be like, yeah, that's what we're giving you the medal in. It still spells inting. I know that.
Holy moly.
I know. I see. I can't do puns, guys. I'm just here for. I'm just here because I give hype and I can call things out. That's it.
Bro,
This is
the
why.
best hype man there is.
This is why we got Eli here. He's the guy. He's the guy.
I'm our entertainment. I guess. It'll
Eli,
be
what's my
interesting.
backpack?
I was watching.
What?
Did you see? I'm assuming you guys saw what I said in chat about that win from Bomba Bros.
Oh, it was illegal.
That just looked such an illegal game for Bomba Bros to win. Oh
Wait,
no.
what makes you think that FreeSM should have been able to like?
Well, FreeSM had like, I, their comp plus we have Ocean Soul. We just play things so slow. We can just slowly grind out damage on towers and stuff, and slowly like, cause I think they end up taking a Nexus Tower and stuff like that. They can just split the map, in my opinion. I think they could have split the map and forced the other team to react, and then we take the objective on the other side. They could have just played that so slow, in my opinion. They have Ocean Soul, we have Seraphine, we have Sona. We don't need to force fights. We win just by standing there and using our abilities and poking them. Like literally, that's all Seraphine Sona does. And we didn't like play as slow as we needed to. We needed to play really slow, really methodical, choke out vision, and then play with our strong top laner and go for objectives. But
So it looks like we have some type of spectator bug with the giraffe lol again.
oh geez, everything
But
just
here we
suddenly.
are.
Okay.
So real quick for the callouts, FreeSM banning out the Gragas, the Zeri, and Brand, with Bomber Bros crew banning out the Garen, the Seraphine, and the Syndra. Picks being FreeSM taking the Zyra for themselves this time around, while Bomber Bros crew is picking back up the Samira.
Mm. Oh yeah, it's still bugged. I think. I'm curious what their next picks will be.
Oh yeah, it's been stuck on 23 for
Yeah.
quite some time.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. So we end up picking up Maokai and J4 on Bomber Bros. Well, he's hovering it right now. So, and Jinx and Warwick. Warwick is obviously need more Mothra's comfort pick, which I think is always good to go with what you're comfortable with. We went Jarvan. Yeah, we're really playing for Fluffy again, aren't we?
I mean, it
We
kind of
giving him
makes
so
sense.
much CC. Maokai Samira is such a gross bot lane combo, by the way. It feels ridiculous sometimes. You just get to stack up your passive as Samira so quickly, it feels like. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I honestly lost my train of thought.
So the train crashed, unlucky.
Quite literally derailed entirely.
Oh no, imagine all those little thought people that died on that train crash. Jesus.
Honestly,
Okay, what did you do?
I don't even think Bruce Willis from Unbreakable could have survived that
Oh
derailment.
jeez. Holy
Looks like
moly.
game one, even though the Alawi fight didn't necessarily go the way of Bros. Uh, Annoying enough for Delta to say, no, I don't want to see that again. I don't want to see that
Yeah.
counter pick. Also taking away the
The
Galio, but leaving up the Zoe. Leaving
We
up the
have
Xerath. The
Zoe,
disrespect.
Nico. We have a lot of things that we can play on Dirk. I was surprised when I saw Galio on Dirk. I was like, we're playing Galio? That's wild. Dirk has a pretty deep pool, so honest. I feel like we blind pick Dirk here though. Yeah. Cause that top side has
Oriana.
looked rough for I think I caught a little bit of game one and this last game, so we should be giving topside counter pick just so that we can neutralize a strong top laner. All Delicious is trying to do here is not lose super hard or have something that won't lose in side lane super hard. So giving counter pick here, I really like it, especially since we're playing into a stronger top laner. We need that little bit more edge if we can get it. We go Rakan to pair up with our Jinx. The Syra looking like it's mid lane now that we've solidified our
Is
support.
it odd to say that I would have rather had seen Emilio here if that would have been possible instead of the Rakan?
I
Not at
just
all.
think we're not very tanky if we go Melio is my only worry. And we just get dove on and we just do the J4 Oriana Wamba. Okay, we pick up Camille. Okay. This could be scary. What is our counter to it though? Honestly, Malphite kind of rocks here. Quite literally, as a pun and as like a pick. Oh no, we could just go. Mordekaiser also works, but
I
I
mean
think
it
Malphite,
works,
in my
but
opinion, works way better.
at least Malphite will always be
Bro,
useful as long
dude,
as
the
you press
combo of
R.
Ori plus Malphite is such a go button and just takes away any like necessary. Like you give your Ori so many options just to carry the game. Um, but Mordekaiser does have maybe a bit more agency, I'd say. Um, and I think Delta's gonna definitely a better Camille than me, most likely. So I'm gonna just say that Delicious needs to be a bit more careful if he's expecting to play against a Camille like mine. He's might be in for a surprise because I think uh, I would be surprised if Delta isn't a better Camille than me. Mm, yeah, Ali could have been
I'm
good as well. I like that. I think that's a good idea, but maybe doubling down on the Wamba wouldn't have been a great idea. But I really want to see the Malphite pick. Okay, gets me rock hard. One might say.
Critter calling out that the Knot should have been picked instead of Rakan. I kind of agree with that actually.
I also agree. You have the point and click CC for Samira. Even though Samira can block Q, the point and click CC is just so nice. And then everybody can just jump on her and kill her. Or just whatever target you want.
Oh yeah, that's true. It does. Yeah, she can't block the death
And I
charge.
think I mean, Camille Rakan is good. I just think uh, not Camille is better. Maybe that's just me. I could be trolling.
Rel over all supports. I mean, Alistar
Hell
can't
yeah.
negate either.
They just
I'm
need to make
curious how this is
Rels.
gonna go though.
They just need to make Rels crash down unstoppable. Thank you.
Oh my god, dude. No, that'd be so pain. Holy shit. That'll make that champ so insane. Um, what team do you guys like better?
Right now, I'm feeling FreeSM.
Um, it's kind of tough for me to say. So we got counterpick for a top laner. Counterpick's solid, but if the Camille's good, this matchup isn't necessarily bad for her. And I like when I played against him, I didn't really know the matchup. Plus, it's favored towards Mord. Um, so if the Camille's mechanically better and knows the matchup more, I think this could be a bit rougher for Bomba Rose. I do think that FreeSM, I do like their comp, but it does feel a little bit picky, and I feel like we can't really play for team fights that well. I mean, we do have Zyra plus Jinx, but like we have a Warwick R and we have a Camille R, so we have to play for more pick fights instead. Um, instead with freaking, we have Maokai to set up for objectives. We have J4 to jump in and hot pot, and then we have Oriana. And like we have two immobile. The thing is that I think BBC is probably a favorite team comp wise, because if J4 ever gets an opportunity to just jump on Zyra and Jinx with ball on, like Zyra and Jinx die. They just die. Ori R's and W's. Or unless they have flash. They have to insta flash though. They have to respect the J4 so hard. And then we just wait for the cooldowns and we just repeat. Like they have their carries are way more immobile. Samira has kind of a dash. I just think this also like the setup for objectives feels a little bit easier because Maokai just can set up really nicely. Mm. I like the reference to whoa, Hailstorm, you said BBC and pretty big in the same sentence? That's sus.
Oh boy. And then it also looks like Oh, okay. So it looks like Faith being put into FreeSM right now. Jeez.
I do agree there's only one shield for Samira. They have a bunch of so if Maokai sits on top of Samira, Warwick R Samira, Maokai insta Qs Warwick R and it gets cancelled. There is counterplay. They do have a little bit of counterplay for if Samira does get CC'd, but I
We
do
just
agree
put
that
all those
having one
points into
shield for Samira
FreeSM.
is maybe not.
55K being dropped by Shiva Nation in response to 11.2 dropped by KB Jelly. And then Hailstrom
Jesus
not to be
Christ.
outdone with another 12K. We are going wild with channel points
I'm
here.
going
Can we get to
for
100?
value bets. I'm value betting. I'm a value better. What can I say? I'm value betting 300. I'm trying to get it so that it's 70-30 perfectly. Fuck! Who did this? Not son of a bitch. I ruined my fucking. Oh, my OCD is now ruined. I put in 420 points on FreeSM, by the way. Blaze it,
Nice.
boys. I'm
Nice.
from Stoners Nation, so I guess I have to donate 420 points or 4,200 then.
Every game.
True.
Make my
I
return bigger, please.
I'm curious to see how this goes. Honestly, from what it seems, like for FreeSM, just like bringing this team together from this last week and this weekend so far, they seem pretty strong. Like, or they seem significantly stronger than you would think for a team that just got whipped together partway through the season, had a mid-season catastrophe.
Boomstick about to be very rich or very poor.
Oh boy. But there's a lot of believers in the Bomber Bros right now. 68,000 points dropped in their bucket.
I mean, 55 of that is from your boy Boomstick out here.
That's a lot of faith. That's a lot of faith.
Not in
That's like saying I'm
Jetsu.
gonna put it all on red, literally. Red, and he's hoping that the number 17 is Samira.
See, Hailstrom, this is how you start the bidding, though. You know, nice 3K, and then KB just throwing 11K out there like nothing, but somehow baiting Boomstick to go ahead and throw it out as 55K. The odds are good.
So just
All right,
say to
30
the
seconds
players in
away.
chat that you need to win this.
No whammies.
All right, get lucky, get lucky, get lucky. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
I'm curious to see how this game plays out.
I think we're in for an exciting one.
I hope so. How many gifted for Stoner Nation to go to the finals? You telling teams to throw? Boomy? Can't even say
50
names. Jesus
gifted.
Christ. Mm.
I'll put a price on the bribe.
Oh my god.
50 gifted.
I was about to
We'll
say your mom
guarantee you
joke about
finals.
that one, Smoothie, but I decided to keep it to myself, kind of.
Oh, Dr. Dirk out here with the T1 Oriana feeling like Faker. All right, bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, the it's not showing up, and also the game is not launching.
I respect the fact that we didn't go Ignite on Camille.
I
I
absolutely
like
agree.
that.
There we go.
I've been liking Camille without Ignite a lot more recently. I just like having that extra engage tool, and I feel like it's really important to have it, especially in a more team-oriented setting where it's not solo queue where we run Ignite. And realistically, if you're a really good Camille, there's a lot of matchups where you just don't need it straight up. But we go Ignite for our mid laner. That's kind of interesting. I mean, I guess he's probably gonna be looking for kills.
Boomstick, I wish this was Peacock because then I'd be getting paid.
For real.
Instead, we are forced
The
to work with
production is
this
sus.
Riot. Doesn't seem
How
like
could
this
you
is
be
loading.
flaming the production when your teammates on it? Is it because I fed this last series? I'm sorry, okay? I said I'm sorry. Jeez. They'll never forgive me for inting. My
Oh,
team never forgives me for inting. Ah.
Uh-oh, were we actually
sorry
hit
for
by
that.
the...
We weren't loading into the game. It looks like I'm gonna have another bug.
Oh gosh.
It's also
Did this-
now doing the thing where it's splitting my two monitors and not.
Did the Samir thing actually hit? Hopefully it's not like... Now it's
Wait,
actually...
did they fix it? I thought, did they not fix it yet?
I mean, we went the whole game last game with Samir all the way through, and it was perfectly fine.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Sorry about this, everyone. Still trying to get the game pulled up. We'll see if it loads this time. Third time's the charm.
Yeah.
Here it is.
There we
There we
go.
go.
Nice. Whew, Jesus. I was gonna be like so depressed if that didn't go through.
We need more League of Legends, right? Right.
Yeah, we need more addiction. Big.
Something
Gigantic
strangely tells me that this is going to be a much faster paced game.
I mean, I assume so since we have Jarvan. We're probably gonna want to be doing stuff, and
Welcome
I
to
think realistically,
Summoner's
the
Rift.
scaling is actually not too one-sided. I mean, yes, we have Jinx and Camille, but it feels like the
30
team
seconds
fighting
until
comp
minions
as like
spawn.
the team fighting as a comp is definitely Bomba Bros favored. Um,
And
and so
all
it might be hard
five
to
of Bomber
execute.
Bros just getting...
Are
or,
spotted.
sorry,
Big.
5...
Smoothie, I would love to make this a best of 5 for you, but unfortunately, I gotta work tomorrow. This is not produced by Peacock. We are not getting paid to do this. Sorry.
I don't know. I was when I joined this league. They said that my salary was the amount of money I was gonna get in real life. So I might. Did I just get lied to or something?
You're getting paid?
Yeah, you didn't. You didn't see that in part of the contract. Our salaries is how much we're getting paid for sure. The salaries aren't fake, right? Right? I'm gonna take some silence as the salaries are fake. Now I'm depressed.
I'm gonna just say not confirmed.
Not confirmed. Okay, there's hope. There's hope for me. Maybe I will get a massive check one day from Valhalla LLC.
Could you imagine?
Oh,
geez.
bro. That'll be so nice.
Make all of this worth it.
Also, I'm curious if ever, like, in a game, like, CSing the, like, plants, like, actually ends up leading to a slight gold advantage. Even if somebody's, like, even or something. I'm curious if that, like, has ever happened where, like, Zyra ends up falling behind because the opponent's able to CS her plants really easily.
No, actually, that does. You'd be surprised by like how that actually can help with some people needing to get like that little extra
On
bit
Dragon
of gold.
Ball Z! Sorry, Critter said, we'll find out next week. So, my bad. Interrupted you.
Will Stone Nation be the actual live game? I mean, maybe.
Oh boy, I can't wait to feed on stream. It's gonna be so exciting.
And then I get the chance to try to flame people for feeding.
I
That'd
can't
be
wait.
fun.
I can't wait for Malco to flame me. It's gonna be the best day of my life. It's gonna be so hype. I'm gonna be so hyped. I'm getting flamed.
As we
There's
get
the
to big
flash
hype,
from
level-
Hot Guy.
I'm
Yeah.
happy to see that. Evbot already making an effort to try to, you know, jump around and actually make engagement happening. As you said earlier, it is the Jarvan, so we want to see him trying to make something happen on the map already. But hopefully he can make some way bot lane, because it looks like Black and Blue and Fel are pushing in a little bit into Fluffy right now.
Yep, I think our solo lanes in this game should have prio.
You would think so, right? But then
Yeah,
again,
well, as of right
no
now,
telling-
it seems. Well, actually, no. Our Ori does not. We're playing against Zyra. Zyra just on popping plans. That also means Zyra's gonna be overextended, and she doesn't have flash. We should be. I really like the fact that bot is just for like sitting mid. We should be sitting mid. I don't really think there's much to do topside as of right now. Camille is a little bit too mobile at a champ. Unless you suck at the champ, cough me, that you shouldn't really die, especially with flash. So I think we should just be re-ganking mid, in my opinion, right now. I guess the wave is kind of bouncing. I think if Delicious lets it bounce, maybe the opportunity to blow something, but... Okay, that sounds sus. Sorry.
Listen, man. Anytime Bomba Bros is on, it's always gonna be something sus.
Dude, saying blow and BBC in the same sentence is not good.
Yeah, no, I don't know if that's still considered family friendly anymore.
I don't think so. I mean, I think the British Broadcasting Network would find that insulting that we said that they suck. I don't know. Right? That's what we're referencing, surely.
I mean, we said that they sucked back in the 1700s when we dumped the tea over, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
True.
We've been.
I remember learning about it in history class when the BBC
Dirk,
was
speaking of-
involved with the the televising of the Boston Tea Party, or the other side, I guess one could say. I don't know. This actually doesn't seem that bad. I mean, Dirk is low mana, but
He was taking a lot.
he
of
also has
damage on that
TP
first,
still up,
but
and we're playing without TP, which means we should be. Yeah. I really want Evbot to look mid. Again, I think he can look bot, clear camps, into looking mid again.
Black and blue not see him.
Oh,
too much.
nice
Gets
flash.
the flash, able to get the engage, jumps right on top of
Oh
him,
my
cracks him
God.
right in. Black and
Oh,
blue,
are they able
though
to kill
Fluffy
him?
is not
Oh
there
my
though, so
God,
they
we're
can't
just
get the
barely out of
last pick of
range.
the damage. Not able to get the barrier, but they get the
Exhaust, that
flash
exhaust
right
saved him.
out of him.
That exhaust saved him as well.
I like the fact that Felt was able to play that very well when the engage came in,
the wave
because
bounced across.
Black and blue was forced off the flash immediately.
I want to see Evbot like clear Gromp into check mid. Mid still doesn't have flash. This is like a great opportunity. I mean, we could re-gank bot as well to go for Jinx, but I think getting this Ori ahead, it just feels so gross. I don't know. Just for me, I think it'll feel pretty gross. I think we should be playing to kill this Zyra. The Zyra's perma overextended. Zyra is playing to her top side, so maybe we can't.
Yeah, this is just gonna, at first I thought it was gonna end up being a much faster game, but right now it's just...
Now it's kind of slowed down. I wouldn't even say, so like the thing about like the Mordekaiser Camille matchup, like as long as Mordekaiser stacks enough HP, he can get rotations of his W back in, which is the main reason why, yeah, see? He doesn't take that much damage even now, and later on in the game it also ends up like kind of being the same, where his shield just absorbs most of the Camille damage, so it's not too bad of a matchup, but Delta is starting to get a slight advantage in CS. Although even now it seems a little bit more even, so. Delicious is doing his job. That's all he needs to do is just go even against Delta. We're winning by going even here.
Exactly, it just happens.
We just need to think about it that way, that this is us winning. Oh, it's a
We do
little
have
bit
the
scary.
solo going on, a little bit of solo fight in there.
He's
top
fine.
lane.
He still had 2 pots, so
Yeah,
he pops
the-
his pots.
Nothing to worry about. It would have been Pots versus Biscuits in that moment.
Yeah. I think Delicious should just hold E permanently for when Camille E's. He should just be using Q. Unless Camille walks like too far forward and tries to W him or something. We should be saving it, because we can just react to Camille's abilities, I think. He's gonna pull us into a freeze, so this is not gonna be nice.
One thing Delicious realizes that that Hot Guy was there,
Yeah,
but doesn't need
well
to use his
played.
flash
Good
anything.
job by Delta pulling the wave. Now the wave should be in a bad state for by pulling the wave. Now the wave state kind of sucks for the Mordekaiser. Mordekaiser is gonna need a TP back in once he has his stuff, or he's gonna lose an insane amount of XP. I think not TPing here is kind of terrible. We're gonna lose a lot of XP by this, and Camille's just gonna hold the freeze. I think we're already. Oh, and our flash is back up.
Here he is. It
Uh-oh.
is back up, but is he gonna try
is
to
it gonna
make it
matter?
out alive? Not gonna matter, and
No.
instead just sacrifices first blood,
That's-
going right over to Evbot.
Maybe he just came up and he didn't realize it. Maybe he was like, oh, my flash is still down. I don't know. But yeah, we get first blood onto Evbot, which obviously we'd want it on the Ori, would be nicer, but accelerating the Jarvan isn't necessarily the worst thing, because now he can start affecting lanes even harder. Okay. Okay, he got the solo. Now you want to extend this trade, extend this trade as long as
Yep,
possible.
Delicious is now just chasing
Oh
down
yeah,
Delta,
that's what Moore
taking
does to Camille.
so
Camille tried
much.
to EN. Camille's not allowed to EN in this matchup. Camille has to play for Q and W. If she E's in, she gets really beaten down. Camille has to play for W's and Q's.
My side and the wrong side.
Alrighty, so right now I'm starting to see
Oh,
the other end of the
you
matchup
know.
between the Mordekaiser and the Camille, and it's definitely looking pretty even right now, I'll say that much.
Yeah. Well, this is what we get when we give Delicious counter pick. He can even out the lane state a bit more, which is really nice. Nice Q there. Just barely nicked him.
Oh, and here we go, F-Bot making
Oh.
another gank towards the bot
Yep.
side. This time, though, there
Does not
is
flash.
no
Just, I think
stump.
he, oh,
Goes in with the
okay.
Demacio, able to
Beautiful.
land the cage,
Should be
using the
just,
charm to go ahead and try to be able to
clean
save the
white.
Jinx, but it's not going to be enough. Black and blue
Beautiful.
going
Up, up,
down.
up,
And look at that,
again.
they're
Oh my
still
God,
able
F-Bot.
to
Give your
stump
carries
out,
the
but
kills.
not
Holy
going to be able
moly.
to do it.
Sorry, being toxic while you're doing the ghost casting. I was being toxic to F-Bot. Give your carries the kills, F-Bot. God damn it.
I mean,
You're
like
not
you
playing
said,
Zyra this time.
accelerate the Jarvan so he can infect the lanes faster.
I know. That's true. He can. What is he going for? Eclipse? Okay. Eclipse is cheap. So getting first item on Jarvan really fast could be really nice. But then we need to be like trying to get as many kills on Ori or well,
Speaking of trying
Nice
to get kills on
reaction,
Ori,
Eve,
Ori
but
tried to
he
shield
dies, I think we're
himself,
going-
but it's
oh
not
my
going to be
God.
enough. Able to keep chasing, but it's not going to
Oh, we
be
give
able to save him.
George.
But now here comes
Fluffy's nearby
Monster getting
too.
chased down by both Tack Alley and
Flash.
F-Bot, but it's not going to be
Oh,
it.
shit.
Hawkeye instead going to be able to take out F-Bot for himself. Fluffy, though,
Fluffy
able to
just
get a lot of
cleans up.
damage using the ultimate for Samira, able to kill him off, and they
We
can't
did not
get
use
it
your
back.
flash there, Fluffy.
2 for 1. Traded off as Bomba Bros is going to end up losing 2 members in that mid lane.
Could be worse. The kill goes on to Fluffy. If we can get this Samira accelerated, this team will have major issues with Samira. It's really hard for them to get like CC onto this Samira. Like Rakan has to jump on top of you first, and we have Maokai as long as Maokai's sitting nearby, and so is like the Warwick also is like a skill shot with his R. We don't have a lot of like CC that's super easy to use. We do have Camille R, which does cancel her R, but most likely we're not using that. We're not saving Camille R that long. We're probably using it as an engagement tool. So I think this could. Ooh,
Yeah, we
One's
got the
the
lane
lane.
spot here.
we're just
but
getting
Force
hurt.
is-
Oh, it's past 5 minutes, so they can do that. Tis loud. The ADCs farming up a storm. Good job, ADCs. Oh, Warwick.
What to do? Oh man, getting
Goodbye,
caught. In the
Delicious.
shot. Delicious. Gonna be taken down as Mothra ends up taking that kill.
We
And
wasted our flash. That kind of feels
Oh,
bad.
great.
Oh wait, man got smited. I didn't even realize. Delicious got smited. That's gotta feel bad. The
That's-
dubstep smite. Dubstep smite. The jungler is looking rather large right now.
It's really gonna be a battle of the 2 junglers at this point.
Yep. Oh man, if we had flash here, we could probably just kill black and blue. By the way, with Mordekaiser, we probably could just. Oh no, wait, maybe not. Nah, we could flash R on him and probably kill.
Possibly, but I don't think any team wants to potentially play too risky right now. Both of the teams are extremely even at 13
I don't
minutes.
really think it's that risky because we just got our item buy. We just got Rylai's, so like we can just slow. Like if we hit one ability, she's dead. That's the thing. That's why you go Rylai's. So like he could have flash out. Like if he had kept his flash, he could have killed Jinx. I'm almost certain. It's not that risky,
Okay.
in my opinion at least.
Well, we do see Jinx now getting the IE as Samir ends up picking up the collector first item. So I think the first big fight around the next Drake will potentially determine what's going on. The Samir team definitely wants to, Bomba Bros definitely want to try to get a fully stacked Ocean Drake, but so does Infernal Drake, but so does the side of FreeSM. I don't know why, I just completely branked on that. I'm thinking about the last game where that Ocean Soul completely got wasted. and it kills me on the inside. But black and blue able to get excited as they take that turret in the first turret of the game.
We're it's a little bit of a weird state, it feels like. Delta's looking, feels like he's very much looking at this as a possible engagement. BBC is a little, I mean, yeah, BBC is a little bit split up. The Jinx is running towards this fight. Mordekaiser is probably about the same distance away though. I think 4v4, this is probably more favored towards.
Jarvan can jump on in here. He ends up finding a couple of targets, able to jump on into the back of them, but we do have the Samira jump in the middle of all of them. Dr. Dirk able to slay them all. And then black and blue able to find some kills off on the backside, and they able to kill off the Samira, getting inside now chasing down Tack Alley as on the backside. He's trying to get away.
Get out there, Jack.
Hawkeye is able to take that Delta, trying to run away from FBot, but FBot.
Oh my god.
Shield ever so crucial.
Camille Gaming
able to save him, but Dr. Dirk ends up taking the kill, and here comes now the rest of them. He also able to chase him down, getting Jinx excited once again. Now Hawkeye Attack able to take that kill, and they're gonna start chasing down Dr. Dirk on the Ori as he tries to continue to run away. It was looking so good for the side of Bomber Bros for just that slight second, but then out of nowhere,
You know what's the sad thing?
it became for the side.
I feel like that's the best type of fight that in a team fight that FreeSM will get if we're playing team fights. That's like the best type of fight because they got a triple knockup from Zyra R. Zyra did a lot of damage in that fight.
In blue right there too.
But because of the Maokai makes it really hard for FreeSM to do what they want to do. So I think that that's the best type of, in my mind, that's the best possible fight that FreeSM could get, and it was still winning for Bomba Bros. If we're playing team fights, we can't be playing for team fights. We gotta be playing for picks, or we gotta be playing for side lane. But it's also a little hard because we did get counter picked. So now that we have Trinity Force on Camille, Camille does deeps though with her Q, so she should be able to slowly whittle this Mordekaiser's health down.
All right, so we're going to continue to keep an eye on this top lane. Right now, though, it's still looking pretty good for FreeSM.
We're looking at Herald a lot, and then I guess we're playing for mid tower a little bit. Oh, looks like Mothra's a little bit caught out here. Oh, needing to use the R away. We flash on the
but look who they're able to find. Delta trying to get away. They managed to stop the hook shot. Able to jump in. Big S rank from Kamir, but it's not gonna mean anything. It's black and blue just gonna strike straight for the double kill. Mothra able to take the next kill as Jinx goes down to the Bomba Delicious, and he's able to start taking them as Dr. Dirk able to help save with the shields, but that's gonna be Hawkeye taking the kill with the able to miss it with the snare. Gonna be able to try to take it out. Here comes Dr. Dirk trying to get the rest of the damage, but it's not gonna be able to do so. Leandri's would have made a big difference there, but it's not gonna be it. Jeez, these fights are going way too even.
Dude, Hawkeye with these Zyra Rs is saving his team. He literally got like a 5-man Zyra R there, but like Ori got a 3-man command shockwave. So it's kind of crazy, and these fights are like. It's just crazy, and it feels like Bomba Bros are just barely losing out.
It feels like another one of those like.
All that needs to happen for Bomba Bros is for I guess that's like maybe not gonna happen because he's on his comfort, but we need to play a little bit split up until we have Zyra R. Zyra R is the thing that's losing a team fight, but there's no Zyra R this time.
Well, Tack Alley was able to find the Zyra on the backside. This time, Fluffy now trying to stack up his ultimate, not able to really get anything off. His Mothra's caught and getting shredded. Dr. Dirk able to find that kill off on the backside. Bomber Bros able to take this fight for themselves and push FreeSM out. Secure this Drake as the Jinx able to take it. Nicely gone as they were able to actually get a really good fight with the Bomber at that time.
This command shockwave is going to do so much damage when Dirk leads the second item. Already almost on death cap. And they're not very tanky. The thing is about that I'm worried about FreeSM, well, we do not have like a designated like tank ability. We run Shirelias as our item on Rakan, which isn't a bad item. We can like engage. It's just we're not very tanky. And like the rest of our team, like Ulrich can build with any HP. Zyra has, but that's just the Andres. Camille isn't gonna like build any real resistance items. It's just like I'm just a little bit scared. This Orianna is going to do damage. Oh no, Tack, we're gonna die for this. Why are we walking back, Fluffy?
No, Tack, no! Hawkeye pack going unstoppable.
Apparently we're robots now, supposedly.
Embrace your evil overlords.
Proof. What the frickin' like Darlix or whatever.
Alrighty.
We're playing, the BBC's playing, so.
Went ahead and restarted my microphone real quick because I know sometimes it might just be my encoder.
Yeah.
This is honestly the closest of the two of so far all the games we've played.
Oh man, I kind of want. I think we just pull the trigger. I think we should just pull the trigger on the Cataclysm. We saw 3 people there. We should just pull the trigger. And we Orianna Ard because we had Orianna Ball on top of our J4, and it would have pulled at least 2 flashes.
I think you're right, but it just seems like they're really. I think both teams are really scared to do these engagements.
I guess
right
Ori
now.
probably yes. No, I was about to say Ori backed because she wanted death cap. That's probably why she didn't go for it.
This
Now that
Baron
Ori has death
not
cap,
be
though.
allowed at all.
No, this is hella illegal. We should be collapsing right away.
But your Mordekaiser's down bot side with no TP. You now
I
have
guess
the
they just get it
Camille
because we don't
team.
rotate fast enough.
Yeah.
Or we just we go on Camille.
Oh,
and
and
play
there we
for fight
go.
afterwards.
Fluffy now jumping on time to Delta, but that's not going to be enough. Delta able to flash out,
Oh
get
my
out
God,
of the black
he's
and blue now,
barely
fighting
gonna-
the damage. They get the Baron, and Bomba
No,
Bros
we
is now
actually want
looking
this.
down as
Oh,
they get. They
look at
got
that.
Dr. Dirk to the
Beautiful.
damage that was needed, and
It's
he
how
ends up
we
getting
play
caught
fight
out,
for
but they
FreeSM.
do end up finding Bomba
play.
Delicious, and there's going to be even more as F5 ends up finding, ends
Fell,
up
ends
trying to
up
get
dying.
something, but ends up losing his life, and Fell loses his life in the midst of it all, but just the support for 4 members, I think it's well worth it.
Well played by FreeSM. I guess since we just weren't expecting them to go on it, the Baron play that felt so illegal was just hella illegal, and then we just played towards our pick comp. We used
They're doing right now. They're just pushing in this base at the moment, and
Yeah.
that just brought them up to 7K up above them in that massive span of time. Nicely
just-
done by the side of FreeSM.
Oh, apparently Boomy is in shambles. Unlucky Boomy. They played towards their pick comp. Good job on the Warwick by instantly pulling the trigger. Really great. Yeah, focus. Yeah. Focusing
The Zyra is
the
definitely
Camille was
something,
definitely
too.
not the play since she has an invulnerability. And she has mobility that she can buffer through CC. That's the thing. She's not tanky per se, but she's really hard to lock down.
Honestly, it just feels like even with Evbot on the Jarvan and like having this Jarvan Ori combo, they're not having it as easy of a time.
I think they just
jump.
need to pull the trigger more. We need to pull the trigger and understand that we're winning by pulling their flash, because then we just repeat the same thing, and their flash is enough, and we just win the fight immediately. J4 should be fine with sacrificing himself. Only
I
Fell
think
joined
it's
down there.
because he's going that damage Jarvan. He's trying to like not die without actually like doing damage.
Yeah, I agree, Critter. If they don't kill the Zyra Jinx, and there was an I think that was a lost opportunity by Fbot going over the Raptors wall, and there was 3 people staying there, and he had Ori ball on him. He should have just said "fuck it, we ball," quite literally, and just dropped onto them.
Now you see
Because either
Dr.
we're getting
Dirk and Evbot.
flashes or
Oh,
we're playing a
yeah,
sneaky
Mothra
rush.
getting caught.
We're
That's
doing the
gonna be
picking.
it. Probably not even needed for the ultimate. But Mothra actually nearly getting saved and actually being able to sustain his
Oh,
Hawkeye
man.
pack is able to take out Evbot. Yeah, Mothra loses his
But the
life.
rest of our
But
team is
Tack Alley's
not
looking like he's about to
nearby.
lose his as well as Black and
Yeah.
Blue secures another kill, going on a killing spree. Delta Centuria now caught in Brazil, but Dr. Dirk's in between 3 different members of
he almost
FreeSM.
killed
Double
somebody,
kill going right over. Delta Centuria now trying to
he
play
hit
Bomba
the next-
Delicious on his
oh,
own,
yeah.
and he's able to take it as Zyra gets slain by Fluffy with a double kill for the Samira coming back for his
Oh
members.
my
But
God,
the
it just
ace
looked like
goes
he ran it
over to
down.
the Bomba. Oh, to free
Wait, that
SM
should just
as
be-
Bomber Bros
it's not
gets
game.
messed up.
Wait, is it game? No, it isn't. Because
No.
J4's up. It's just our supers are in their base. I feel like we just aren't committing to the identity of our comp enough as Bomba Bros.
No, fully agreed. Like they're
I think because of freaking Zyra's how much Zyra affected those team fights those couple of times, it just has brain manipulated the BBC into thinking that they're not a team fight comp and they're not a better team fight comp. They are a better team fight comp. Zyra just hit 2 insane Zyra Rs. We just need to be way more focused on what this Zyra is doing.
That's a very big area effect, though. Hold on, though. Mafra's getting the fear as
and
Hawkeye
now it's
Pack
time
and
to
everybody
get
else
big
appears.
comp
Big
away.
Zyra
Big
once
comp.
again fell, though, securing that kill on the F-bot. And this is what looking like potentially could be the end of the game as 2 members
This
in the
is
set of
depressing.
Bomba Bros is going to be dropped. As we
Oh,
do see
no.
another member drop, Fluffy now being
The
left
slow
off.
trickle.
Bomba Delicious trying to do something, but Mothra going to be able to slay that kill. Dr. Dirk being the lone member, the lone survivor for the side of Bomba Bros. And right now, it's looking like they're looking down the tunnel of defeat. The undefeated streak looking to end right here as Dr. Dirk attempts to defend.
Yeah, commuters
They
go in.
jump right onto him under the turret. Boom, gone.
Yep,
That's the
that's
ace.
game.
And that's the
That's
end. This time, the
game.
quickest game of this series, 25.5 minutes in. That is going to be it. The GGs come through, and that's going to be the victors. It's FreeSM still able to compete up in the top of the bracket against the undefeated and now no longer undefeated Bomba Bros.
Well played by FreeSM.
Evbot is low-key entering. Oh, no.
It feels like we somehow got mind manipulated into thinking that we were the pick comp when we were the team fight comp.
It's just unfortunate to see how...
I guess the recon was better than the not there.
Yeah, actually.
Thank you for your donation, Boomstick. That is, 23.5K into my pocket. I appreciate it.
Value betters for the win. I value betted, so
You made out great.
yep, I made over 2 times my bet, so I think that's kind of gotta feel pretty bad for Bomber Bros, especially this game 3. They definitely should have been in the driver's seat a bit more. Just because we lost 2 like team fights, and it was like close team fights where the Zyra like hit a 4 or 5 man R in the second team fight just for them to barely squeak it out, and then the team fight before she hit a 3-man R, like, and there was some like a very influential damage on it, but we somehow get on like this idea in our head that we're not team fight comp when we have Ori, who has like crazy good team fight, and we have the combo of J4 Ori. J4 Ori need to be together, and then we have like Maokai to set it up. I don't know. It's kind of tough for me to say. I also think that we should probably have gone Malphite instead of Mordekaiser. That's just my opinion, because then we just double down team fighting and we just say, nah, we don't care. But well played by Delta in the top lane. He ended up getting a CS lead. He ended up solo killing Delicious, and we were able to play towards the pick comp a bit more. You could see that the fights that were super successful for FreeSM were when they were just picking off people or when they were just splitting up the fight. So I think I didn't see game 1 really, so I can't really tell who is the actual MVP. But I'm gonna give Hawkeye the MVP because he won his team 2 team
Yeah.
fights against a comp that that should be winning the team fights straight up.
So game one needs more Mothra on that Warwick was huge, making plays all over the map. So I think game one would have gone it needs more Mothra, but I kind of picked my vote the most consistent player on the side of FreeSM, and I think it was Delta Centauri. I think he controlled his lane every game and just created the map pressure in every game.
Yeah.
To just I think that's what kind of put Bomba's crew on off kilter there and really messed up their cadence and timing, trying to react on multiple lanes, multiple faces, trying to climb uphill.
Yeah. And he got counterpicked the second game, and he just played really slow, played for CS. He did what he needed to do, just played for his power spike, which was Trinity Force, and then he played for Ravenous. I think also he's very influential in the that Baron play where Bomba Bros gets distracted by Camille, and then we lose Baron instead of maybe trying to go for a team fight right when. So, very well played by Delta. He also it was a good R into him escaping was really good as well. Bought his team quite a lot of time with that.
All right. So down goes undefeated Bombros crew. FreeSM now tied at the top of the leaderboard. And we have Delta Centauri as our MVP. Delta, if you're there tuned in, if you feel like you want to join us up here for the interview. Let's see who's in the chat. Yep. Just let me know. Or if Hailstorm or one of the other admins could jump in there and ask. I can always eat them up here, but figured I'd ask. All right. I heard just pull them. So. All right, Delta, you've been pulled. You've been selected as MVP.
Man's
How
been
did that
raised up, I
series go
guess.
for you?
All right. I'm sorry. What was the question?
How did that series go for you? How did you feel about it?
It felt really nice. I hadn't played with these guys a whole lot, but they're a really great group of guys.
Yeah,
Really good at kind of rolling with the punches, not getting tilted, and I feel like I played really well, really consistent, and I felt really good about it.
yeah. It's only it's week number 2, but it's less than 8 days of being notified of been playing on this team. The second week together,
Yeah.
and yeah, that's what people voted on and thought you definitely were killing it up there in the top lane. All right, Casters,
Thank
take it
you.
away.
Well, solo killing it sometimes too. Yeah. Any questions, Malco?
Sorry, my
Malcolm?
microphone is like
Okay.
acting up. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm honestly I actually have no clue. Like my brain is completely like tapped out because I've seen everything I possibly can.
So who made the Baron call? Who ended up
Which
making that
game?
Baron call? Game 3. I didn't end up seeing too much of game 1 or 2, unfortunately, but.
Hmm. So it feels like, from what I've gathered, Fell and Hawkeye are really kind of taking calls into their hands, especially
Okay.
when it comes around that. The game plan, as you could probably see, is, and has it always been for me, is usually a 4-1, where I'm in a side lane split pushing on heavy split push champs, and they kind of direct the game from there. And so it feels like kind of Hawkeye and Fell are taking that sort of position over on those kind of calls for when to play around Baron, when to play around Dragon. But that one specifically, I think Hawkeye just kind of saw they had a few bot, saw that the Oriana didn't have TP and just based and just went for it and worked out.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
because
awesome.
it felt like it might have taken a bit of like longer time. I think like you end up distracting them eventually for a little bit, but it seemed like it could have been like pretty scary if they just turned on to the people who had Baron.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's always the risk, is you're playing on the knife's edge, but I think
It worked super well though.
yeah, the communication with the team just feels really nice. Like the way we talk and the way we communicate. There were a few bad comms in the early in game one, specifically for me, where I was like, keep following up when I wanted him to just push the wave so we could dive the Zerath tower, and obviously I died for that one. But as we got used to it, game two, game three, the comms just felt really clean, and if we needed to pull off, we would have, but we didn't need to because we saw him from our deep wards from Fell, and it worked out well.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think your team definitely dominated the vision control, and you were able to maximize that. We've seen some teams here try to kind of play the 4-1 or 1-3-1 and really have like a split push comp, but I think your team did a really good job in all three games, kind of trying to balance that and actually playing around the map state there. There's a lot of times we see teams that overcommit to a fight or don't stall out enough, but I think your team played that really well in all three games. They were all close. They were all competitive.
Agree.
Yeah.
It's
or at least
kind of
from
funny.
your side.
We played a practice game beforehand, and our big takeaway was don't run into enemy vision.
Right.
Because Mothra really likes his Warwick, and there were a few times in that practice game where he'd just start sprinting into the fog of war, chasing someone down and would die. And so
Blood
that was
trail,
uh,
bloodlust. Let's
yeah,
go.
must kill. So that was kind of a big calm in that was don't over commit, don't over engage, and I think that really showed in our play.
Yeah. I think once you guys got a lead, it was really pretty clean. Felt like you guys didn't really overcommit too often once you had after that Baron power play. Just like end up smoothly transitioning a lot more, end up going for objectives. I think you end up instantly pushing down mid lane, getting in him, and then you're able to play off of like mid pressure a little bit and play off of your comp, which is Warwick plus Camille has like a lot of pick power. So
Hmm.
how
Oh,
was it to bounce back from that game two? Because I caught the later half of that game two, and I felt like you guys, in my mind, should have won game two.
Yeah, so game two was if honestly it felt really good game two because our game plan that one was just don't let them engage and don't engage ourselves and then just poke them down and then when they try to engage our counter engage from Vigar, Seraphine, Sona, Sustain uh just dominates them and we did that at one of the dragon fights and I think executing that felt really good and then it was just one or two fights where we didn't execute that as well and I think that's a really hard game plan to execute. But overall, I think our mental stayed really strong going to game two
Yeah.
to game three because it did feel good when we did that. But we ended up changing it up and it worked out well.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have done this all on like just being thrown together in. I mean, technically 1 week because last Sunday was when the team was like fully solidified. So you've had like a bit more time to be on to have under your belt to actually play with these guys. But definitely pretty strong showing.
Thank you.
And honestly, very well done. Especially, I believe you're just coming back to the league this season, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I played last season with Ultra Lords. Was my kind of debut season, if you will.
Ah, okay, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, you're coming back, and now it's like, all right, that's cool to see you, actually on a team and being able to really show your stuff in this. And honestly, FreeSM overall being able to overcome the challenges of just being kind of like a ragtag bunch of people put together, and being able to take down the last undefeated team in this league. And now we can really start getting into the nitty gritty of the standings and everything like that, thanks to your team and how well you've played as well, and obviously a very well deserved MVP.
Thank you. And I'll just say this is our weakest point. Like you next week and the weeks after, you're going to see a lot stronger free SM as we get some practice in and we start talking more and get our comms
Big.
activated. So be looking forward to that.
Good to hear. Definitely, it's pretty great that like you guys like obviously had this like whole switch up and everything, but like pretty much back at where FreeSM kind of felt like even before the switch up, I guess.
Hmm.
That's great to hear though. Gonna be scary. I don't know. I'm glad I don't have to face you guys again.
uh, don't worry, we'll get you at one point.
All right. Well, I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you, Delta. Very much appreciate you taking
Absolutely.
the time to join us here. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Any last thoughts from? Well, actually, okay. Sorry, Delta. Any shout outs you want to give?
Um, definitely a shout out to Mothra. Like, he's the last remaining member of the original FreeSM, and he pulled us together at the last minute last week, and then has kind of headed up on organizing and bringing this team together and kind of keeping calm situated and leading drafts. And just big shout out to him, really stepping up in this confusing time. And I think his leadership is showing.
That's awesome to hear. Congrats on that. Shout out to you, Mothra. Hopefully you're still there listening in. And all right, casters, any other final thoughts before we send it out?
I think we're all good on here.
I think we're good.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll catch you next time.
Hey, peace.
Ollie and Anna.
Sagas will be told, myths will fall to legend. Stories of the bold, glory from the heavens. Blood soaked in the sand, kingdoms burn in fire. Shadows of the dead, flames are rising higher. From the northern fjords, we shall reign and plunder. Echoes from the deep, the battle drums of thunder. Through eternity, bring forth the mighty hammer. Raise the banners high, bring forth the Vikings layer. Vikings! Shield wall! Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Viking Slayer. Ravens in the sky, horses start to tremble. The Vikings have arrived inside their continental. Upon the fortress gates, the arrows detrimental. The wolves in the night, the enemy assembles. From the northern fjords, we shall rain and plunder. Echoes from the deep, the battle drums of thunder. Through eternity, bring forth the mighty hammer. Raise the banners high, bring forth the Vikings layer. Vikings! Shield wall! Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Gather up your shields. The halls have called your name. Unleash your mighty sword and make history. Viking Slayer.